Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. I am Koibu. I will be your DM for the evening. We are streaming to you live from our absolutely normal places, except for one of us with a weird background. Before we hop into the game, let's see what's going on. Nick, I'm so sorry to hear.
Hear about what?
The death of your great leader.
Oh, Prince Philip, right, yeah. RIP. It's not a big deal. The motherfucker was old. I think they knew it was coming. But what is amazing about Prince Philip dying was like within 10 minutes of it being announced, I just feel like every radio station in the country had like a whole day's worth of content about Prince Philip, and like every TV show for the next week.
Pretty
had
sure
a bunch
they
of
like
shows prepared.
get that shit prepared, yeah.
Yeah, so it got me thinking, like, who's on the list of
Queen?
people that they have a bunch of shit prepared for? Because they must have it for, like, national celebrities that everyone loves as well. Like David Attenborough, there's got to be some shit prepared for David Attenborough when he goes.
Didn't he already go?
Wait, no.
I don't think
No.
so.
Wait, hang on a minute. David Attenborough's not dead, right? No. Somebody tell me it's not true.
No, we would have heard.
No, it's not. Okay, I thought he was.
Thank God.
This is
Thank God.
happening.
Maybe it was his brother that died.
Well, this has happened
maybe.
in the past, though. Remember where articles would be published early, like a full article about somebody's death, but they haven't died yet, right? Because because it happened during the coronavirus shit. I wish I could remember. It was like, because I remember Koibu. I think I mentioned it before stream once. That a site had accidentally jumped the gun and published early, like the death of like Donald Trump's son or something. I don't remember. Something like that happened. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. These things happen.
So yeah, what else has happened in the last week? Oh, well, we can go out again. Restaurants are open. You can go to the pub. I've not been yet, but this weekend I'm going to the pub, so it's pretty exciting.
Did you get the haircut?
Oh yeah, I got a haircut. Check it out. Short hair.
Yeah.
Nice job, Nick.
Thanks, dude.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
What about you, MrMouton? Did you ever figure out which way your house points?
Yeah, I think it points so sun rises in the east, sets in the west, so it probably points. I'm pointing east. Because it goes like that.
Okay, cool. So it's setting behind you right now.
It sets behind me. Yeah.
Cool.
It will.
Well done. You're facing east. Good job. You figured it out.
Do you think since it took him so long to figure that out, should he get like a negative to his rolls on like navigation perception or whatever if we're traveling in the desert again?
No.
MrMouton, yes. Anton no.
has direction sense, so.
Oh, okay.
Anton's got this shit figured out.
Nice job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what
Decided to play D&D.
Nice. And what about you, Mr. ATV? UTV?
UTV. I've been riding around the desert of Arubia, all over the place. That's it. Yeah.
What's a UTV versus an ATV?
You know, I didn't think they existed. I thought the guy was just mispronouncing it. But a UTV is a utility task vehicle or utility terrain vehicle. So I think ATVs are just like the normal like four-wheeled things, and then UTVs like will have like a roof and a bigger trunk to like carry shit basically. Yeah.
The souped up versions.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about Aruba is they're very big on keeping everything like as natural as possible. So there are no fences or anything anywhere, so you can just like walk off cliffs and die. Or like if you're trying to get to like there are a bunch of like naturally occurring pools and everything around here, and to get to them you have to like climb over these these like huge limestone rocks and shit. And if you slide off, you die. Probably, maybe you won't. But like yeah, it's very hardcore. We had this lady in our group. This lady was like a 350-pound lady from New York, and she was just a warrior. She climbed up and down this ladder. She descended these depths. She like jumped into these pools. She was like climbing. It was insane, but. Yeah, it's good times down here.
Nice. Very nice. Well, where last we left our party, what was going down?
We just did a fucking... can I say ISIS hit squad? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that anymore. We just did a crack team, like, a U.S. hit squad, deposited into Pakistan. We just assassinated this group of killers, and we stole their shit. And then we came back.
We were like
out.
the CIA.
Exactly. We CIA'd them. Yeah, that one. There you go. Yeah, Neil Team 6'd them. Yeah.
Yep.
And we finally spoke to the elves, and they told us of the Dragonsbane weapons, legendary items: a spear, a bow, a sword, and a hammer that are used to slay dragons. But they're not in Arcadia. They're in Solemn, the other side of the world, on a huge continent, and they've basically offered to take us there.
Koibu, during that conversation, can we go back real quick? And can I ask them to take my current dragon armor and get it imbued with the +3? And would it take like a month to do this, or how long would it take? Because they were willing to do it. We just need to bring
They were willing to do it. I think it was said they were going to take them about a month to do it. You were going to give them 2 sets of dragon armor and something, and then they were going to, and the chainmail, and they were going to bring back one of the sets of dragon armor that had been imbued.
Are we cool if we wait around a month? I think we have a month of stuff to do here anyways before we go, so I can get the +3 armor. Is that cool with everybody?
I think that makes sense.
Wait,
Is it
is
cool
this
with
like
you, Tyrael?
another month or?
It would
Yeah,
be,
but we'll do stuff though. We've got stuff to do.
we have shit to do here. We have about a month's worth of stuff to do here.
Yeah, what do we have to do? Sure, yeah. I guess, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hand over my dragon chainmail or my dragon armor that I have right now and tell them, yeah, let's do it. We'll give you the other dragon armor in, I don't know, 2 weeks. Can you just get this started for us? And I'll hand them the +3 chainmail.
Yeah, so you give the ambassador your armor and the chainmail that you want the enchantment to be moved from.
Correct.
When they return the enchanted armor to you, you will give them a suit of dragon scale armor as payment.
Yeah.
And they'll keep the now non-magical chainmail, or they'll get rid of it or something, but it's not
doesn't matter,
part of the deal.
I'm going to put back on my plate mail for now.
Cool.
Since we're talking to the elves again, can I ask them about elven cat whiskers? Or is that maybe
Yeah, totally. I mean, if you feel comfortable asking an ambassador for whiskers from an elven cat.
I just say that, I've learnt a spell, and one of the components is the whiskers of an elven cat, and they're notoriously hard to come by in human circles, and I wonder if maybe they have a source for them.
They most certainly do. The ambassador himself has an elven cat that here in town, and he will go and ask his cat very politely away from you if he can borrow some whiskers, and he'll come back with 3 more in hand and give them to you as a quote sign of good faith among our peoples that we will endeavor to find prosperity together.
Are elven cats unique? How do they differ?
They are magical fae-like creatures with the ability to enlarge themselves at like 9th level and turn into vicious, like lion-sized monster killers.
Are they intelligent? Can they like
Yes.
speak? Okay.
I think they're psychic.
Oh, very cool.
Wait, how did they get the
Or have
whiskers off?
unlimited-
Did he just like rip them off, or do they cut them nicely? Is the cat okay?
It happened out of the room.
Do we hear
I
like
assume he's
creatures were
asking the
harmed in
cat
making
that
it
he's
the
going to
film.
cut it.
Jesus?
That's a good point. If I just cut the whiskers in half, can I double my casting?
Oh
skill?
my, true. Does it state the length of the whisker required?
Yeah.
No, you need a full intact whisker. Like a fraction of a whisker would not be good enough. You
So
need
they've
the
got to
root
pull it.
and
They
the-
can't even.
They can't cut it,
need
then they
the
gotta
root.
rip it out.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Poor cat. Yeah.
Damn. All right. Okay, we heard about the people in up here. So our goal is we have to waste 30 days. One of the things that we have to do is Tyrael, you have to talk to the people and get our book back and give them something so I can keep the boots and we can keep the Ring of Reaction.
Haha, true.
Well, let's talk about that group of people up there, because when you got the information from Clertus that he had found a girdle of giant strength and a shield wall, it came in maybe a more complicated form than we bothered to delve into last time. So you excitedly hear that Clertus has this information, and another day, maybe the next day, you'll get a summons from Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of Drekis, to come chat with her about this very issue. So if you guys want, we can go have a quick chat with your aunt.
Yeah, we
For
can.
sure.
Down to do that.
One thing that
What
I
we should do.
One thing that I need to do right as we come back. I don't know what the time limit is on this. If she wants to do this within a day, that's fine. But I need to talk to the family with that head before it like rots or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing with that though, do you not think maybe we should get the crown to have a look at those logs before we give it to the family?
The logs? Oh.
Remember the books we stole?
Yeah.
Like the Mistraians might know like secret entrances into the keep and
That's up to Tyrael.
Mistraia's
My
capital.
understanding was that these things are ledgers. When I hear the term ledger, I'm just thinking of like things
the books.
traded and things owed. Like that's what a ledger is. I guess I'm a thief. I can read through, and I should be able to tell if there's any like secret, funny like thieves' can't business going on too. If there's like code names or whatever. Does it look like it's
Yeah,
just basically who owes who or?
It is written in some sort of code. You'd need to either break the cipher or find a key in order to read what it is. But you do see a series of numbers, and then the text is all garbled in some codified language.
How strong is the giant's belt?
Oh, yeah, we didn't do that either.
Yeah, you're supposed
Oh,
to find
waiting
that.
to get it ID'd, right?
I mean, I can just put it on and see how strong I feel, right?
Yeah, you can just put it on and see how strong you feel. That's a great way of going about it.
Okay, well, how strong do I feel when I put it on?
You feel like it is +4 to your strength score.
Oof,
What's your
okay.
strength?
I think it's like 13 or something. Yeah.
I'm bringing you to 17.
Only 13?
Yep.
Okay, so it'll bring you to 17, which is 1 to hit, 1 to damage.
Nice, okay.
Ben.
It's better than 2. Just
And
wear
then,
two.
you know.
Just wear both belts.
Doesn't quite work like that.
Wait.
Right.
Does somebody here have 14 strength?
No,
I have 12.
I've got 7.
Okay. And this is called the Girdle of Giant Strength. What is this called? What's the name of this item?
Girdle of Giant Strength.
Okay.
All right, you guys can meet in the castle with the queen and Clertis, and of course the queen's bodyguards as usual. She seems a little bit more somber than normal. The atmosphere in the room is a little bit darker. Clertis isn't his normal happy, giddy, bouncing around. Look at this, I've discovered something in an ancient tome sort of fellow today. And instead the queen waits for you all to be seated and skips with the pleasantries and cuts right in. My dear nephews, I do believe Clertis has told you about the findings of a certain man with regards to a magic shield and belt of giant strength.
Indeed.
This man in question has committed a serious crime. He and his, what do you call it?
Is he in the room?
Co-conspirators. Who?
The man that she's talking about.
Calpucci, right?
Pochi, yeah. He and his co-conspirators have done terrible things. You know that the Rokuban royal family was here recently, and one of the princesses was engaged to my son, the heir to the throne, until they were kidnapped and taken from us. Kelpochi and his associates are responsible for their deaths and are part of some sort of... She pauses with her words, looking about exasperated. There is some sort of conspiracy that Pochi and his associates are working within. The nature of it we have not been able to truly uncover, but it involves a cleric of Vorasi named Mother Janice.
Interesting. This cleric is here in Drakus?
She nods her head in agreement. Originally, well, I don't know about originally, but from what we've gleaned from Kelpochi, she was working out of Ralwick with some of the other nobles there. Their conspiracy seems to revolve around a transfer of power. I believe they are attempting to ultimately overthrow the throne. And she takes a moment to look at each of you in the face and see how you react.
Of Drakus?
Yes.
By the gods. Treason!
Treason. Yes.
This is grave news, my queen, but I do believe this falls out of our usual purview.
Yes and no. I bring this to you because there is a bit of overlap this time. The weapon the belt and shield that Clertus says you are looking for is hidden. Were stowed away by one of Kelpochi's co-conspirators, who, it appears, has managed to keep one of the Akuban princesses hostage all these months.
Do you know her name?
Apparently, she yet lives in a village somewhere in the North Grove. Yes, I know the names. Danelan Lockhart is the conspirator in question. She is a cavalry captain. The mares of Velthara, which serve in the Winged Ones cavalry regiment under Major Gideon Shendel.
Well, this should be easy enough then. We can time pool where she hid the items. That should lead us to probably where she is. I'll look to my wizard friend.
Sounds reasonable, although she may have
not-
hid them away from her current location.
We need to know more about this conspiracy and how far it reaches. Since you are already going to go find Danelan Lockhart and these weapons, I was hoping I could ask my nephews, the loyal dragon slayers of Drekis, to bring Danelan Lockhart and Mother Janice to me. Mother Janice needs to be brought in alive. I believe she is the center of this infestation. Danelan Lockhart might know the location of the Akuban princess Sarah Harazim, and probably knows the location of these weapons. Well, shield and belt. But more to it, if there are soldiers within our military that are ready to turn against the crown, they need to be removed. I don't like to send you after soldiers of our own, but Danelan Lockhart must go.
And any soldiers working with them, are they to be expendable? What if these
Loyalty
knights
is a
defending
difficult
with
thing.
Yeah.
She has sword knights who will be by her side and fight to defend her. It is hard to know ahead of time which of these people are co-conspirators and who are simply loyal to a bad person.
Well, if we have a letter from yourself, my queen, surely any truly loyal soldiers will lay down their arms once it's presented. Anyone who refuses to do so. If you were to write us a letter.
I'm not sure if the queen would
I
want
mean-
that information getting out, that she knows that such a conspiracy exists, no?
Well, if
What would this letter say?
that Cal Lockhart is wanted for crimes against the crown.
That is one route. I am concerned if I begin making arrests that other members of this organization will be driven deeper underground or will be put in a position to enact whatever plans they have. It is best not to tip your hand until absolutely necessary. If you cannot clean up this mess, that will remain an option.
I would ask, if possible, as this is outside the purview of what we are currently equipped to do, would it be reasonable for us to request back the Amulet of ESP and the Hat of Disguise, or are those items still being utilized on the front line somewhere? These would
They
be
are
of
still a land away from us, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do this. It's easy enough.
Thank you.
My queen, while we're here, we're planning to head to, I quiet my voice, Solemn in the nearing months. Although I expect that the people there speak a language not of our own. Is there anyone in the court who speaks that language, or any magic you know of, or Clertus knows of, that would allow us to communicate with the people once we are there? We'd like to stay under the radar so as not to arouse any suspicion, but being unable to communicate with anyone would certainly mark us as outsiders.
I can find you a tutor to teach you what you can. I understand that spellcasters have ways of translating.
I can use tongues, but
Expectantly.
it'd be easier if we could have like an item of.
We could just ask the elf. If he's sending us there, he must have some way of us to communicate with them, yeah?
Perhaps.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Okay.
out.
So our search begins in Rolwick or in the North Grove?
Well, Rolwick is no more. I know the location of Kel Danelan Lockhart's territory.
Have you ever seen Kel Dalen Lockhart, or do you know anybody who has seen them?
Of course.
I could probably use spells to get into their mind and get a nice mental image. Then we could probably cast spells to find exactly where they are, as long as I can talk to that person.
She is the captain of a cavalry company based out of Lockhart Meadows in the North Grove. At the border where the trees give way to the West Foden Plain. I can have one of my soldiers give you directions. The cavalry company is well stationed, well marked, with about 8 lances, including a spellcasting detachment with her. These individual soldiers are prized warriors needed for the upcoming war, but do what you must to rid us of this cancer.
All right, let's go, brothers.
Sounds good.
All right.
I don't know where Mother Janice is living these days, but she seems to be the source, so make sure to find her.
Do you know, is there anyone at court who knows her well?
She shakes her head. Mother Janice is a stranger from far off lands. She is not part of any court here. How she managed to infiltrate the nobles of the North Grove and West Foden Plain is Queen shrugs. As a matter of desired information, we would very much like to know how she met her friends. The other thing is, please return to me the Akuban princess Sarah Harazim. It is desired that she replace her sister as fiancée to my son and future Queen Regent of Drekis.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Very well. Well. That's an interesting quest. Chasing down princesses, eh? We truly are the heroes we were born to be.
If we're out of the castle and out of the queen's ear, I'll say, Tyrell, maybe you should marry the princess instead.
Good one, brother. Let's focus on the task at hand. I don't know why we're picking up these irrelevant side missions. We should be going after these weapons. But I suppose we have nothing to do for a month anyway, while waiting for your armor, so hopefully we can take care of this in the meantime.
It's not far from home, Tyrell. Hopefully we can deal with this quickly.
All right.
Can we speak to someone, Neil, to get a marker on the map as to where...
To find
Lockhart
Lockhart Meadow, it's not a difficult thing. There will be signs. You will be able to follow directions. You will have no trouble getting to Lockhart Meadow.
All right, this is how you get the scroll of invisibility, or you get the improved invisibility, Nick. You ready?
Sure.
We need it in order to do this mission set forth by the queen. It would be much appreciated to be invisible and be able to attack her guards while invisible, since they are valiant warriors. And in order to save the princess, we need that.
I suppose I could ask Oxumba.
Well, maybe you should talk to the queen real quick and ask her to get like an order for it.
Wait, why didn't we just ask her while we were there?
Because I didn't have time to speak about it. I just didn't think about it until then.
Okay.
I guess so. We're like halfway out of the throne room or wherever we were talking to her, and I guess, fine. I'll go and ask her, and so I'll gingerly walk back to the door I've just closed behind me and sort of like open it slightly and say, "My queen, can I request something of you for a moment?"
She looks up from the book she and Clortis are looking at towards you with a surprised expression and bobs her head once.
Come in slowly. I close the door quietly behind me and say, I've been working more closely with Arksombar over the recent weeks and months. There was a spell I was looking for. Its name is Improved Invisibility. I believe it would be most helpful in this mission if we were to deal with Lockhart and her close guard and get her out without being noticed by the rest of her men, thereby potentially avoiding a large-scale battle. But when I mentioned this to Arksombar the last time, she seemed reluctant to teach me this spell. I thought perhaps a word from yourself may convince her otherwise.
I trust Kel Lockhart's matters when it comes to the arcane. Improved invisibility, she denied you?
Correct. Unless maybe she doesn't know it and was perhaps too prideful to admit it.
The queen considers you for a moment. You can see some gears turning in her head. And after a brief pause, she says, "Let me speak to her myself."
Very well. Thank you. I'm sorry to bother you. I'll hurry back out. Get back to the group. She says that she's going to speak to Samba, so I guess we'll see.
Oh, talk to her tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a polymorph spell cast right now. I was thinking I might go and fly over that village and take a look at it. Should be able to get there and back quite easily.
Do you have invisibility?
Be an eagle or something. They won't notice.
Okay. See you.
Over to the
See you
north.
later.
Road?
Yeah. So once I know where the village is, Neil, I will, just as we exit the keep, I will say the arcane words for polymorph self and turn into an eagle and fly off to the north.
Excellent. How far can you fly as an eagle with one casting?
Well, I'll fly most of the way as a giant eagle, which is movement speed 48, and then I'll shift to a smaller bird once I get close to the village. So it's 2.5 hours at movement speed 48, so I think I can go something like 70 miles, I think it was.
Oh, so you can definitely get there.
Yeah.
Movement speed 48 is 4 times normal movement rate, and you have how many hours as a giant eagle?
2.5.
So that's 35 miles. Yeah, it'll get you to the zone. Close enough. And then you've got some time after that. Like, how are you going to get back?
Well, I'll fly most of the way back.
Okay. Is the whole spell duration 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can, if it's about 40 miles to the area, you'll have to like get yourself to Fenden or something to like fly and scout and then come back partway.
Oh, right. I was looking at Fenden.
Yeah. You'll be leaving from the capital, so.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll take 2 castings and go tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, that's fine.
Splendid. Is there anything else before we do this? Did anyone have anything they wanted to say? Because I got a whole bunch of shit for you all.
I need to go talk to the family, otherwise.
Great.
Nope, I'm good.
MrMouton, you have been wondering about Velthara. How has she responded to your actions, right? You've sent me a couple of questions regarding this.
I'm gonna hit her up again.
You get this sensation that you are not meeting her expectations, that the vengeance you've been seeking has been not super, like not the real sort of vengeance. Like you've been finding excuses to call your actions vengeance when they haven't been deeply rooted in personal desires, needs, or comeuppances.
Oh my god.
It's hard to do like personal vengeance.
It's so easy. Good roleplay. Mark our father right now.
Well, it's hard to do personal vengeance in like this whole grand scheme of quests because I don't really run into many people, I guess, fucking with Anton. So I guess Anton is a bit confused at how getting vengeance for a bunch of halflings who've been fucked over by a dragon for X amount of years isn't like enough, but he'll introspect a bit about that.
He'll
move on.
This seems to be, how do we say? You're not emotionally engaged with the vengeance as much as Velthara would like. you get the impression that you get the impression that she has the impression that this is sort of just like a job to you, not something that you're truly dedicated to.
Okay.
She seems discontent.
Understood, Belthara.
Got it. Cool. And you would also ask her if she can tell you anything about the gift from the Verosity cleric.
Well, if I have that feeling, then I'm not going to ask her shit.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to let her chill out. Yeah.
All right. Done. So Nick, let's do you as an eagle first. It is a quick and simple thing to do to cast your spell twice.
All right, let me just write down my spell list first, just before we go ahead with this. Just in
before
case,
I shoot you out of the sky.
Just in case anything crazy were to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my spell list. Yeah, all right, so I will turn into an eagle and use pretty much the spell's whole duration, I think, to get to the village. Hopefully, I guess maybe I'll walk a few miles north on the road just so I've got enough time to circle around the village a little bit before having to cast again.
Right. Okay. The village is not hard. Well, it's harder to find from the sky than it is from the ground, but swooping down under trees from time to time and looking at road signs, you are able to make your way to Lockhart Meadows. And sure enough, there's a little village here. There's a keep at one end of the village, and there are all these tents kind of set up nearby. You can see the trappings, the workings of a cavalry regiment or a company here. There's like 60 horses in some stables. There are squires going about sharpening weapons, fixing dents in armor. There are people practicing, they're sparring, they're jousting. Appears to be an appropriately sized cavalry company.
And there's an obvious keep.
There is an obvious keep, yes.
And I understand that's where Kel Lockhart would be residing.
It would make sense. Yeah, if she is staying in her territory, if her cavalry company stationed in her village, then she and probably her upper echelon of officers would stay in the keep, and then their actual soldiers would be quartered with civilians in the area, pushed into the inn, or staying in the random tents lying about, depending on, costs and social status and yada yadas.
I'll fly around the keep. What kind of wall situation is there around the keep, or is there not?
It is large palisade walls that go around the outside of the bailey. Then you've got your inner courtyard, and then the keep itself is made out of stone.
And are the walls manned?
Yes.
How many men are on the walls?
Ooh, you see about 10 over the gate, and then it looks like there are 2 others doing, patrols around the rest of the keep.
What about windows and stuff like that in the keep? Is there any open windows near the top?
I just want to be clear here. When I say keep, I'm talking about the palisade wall around the motte and bailey, right? The actual keep itself might have 1 or 2 people on the rooftop, but any guards would be inside and unsighted.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, is that a stone building? Is that a wooden building at the
wooden wall?
Bailey?
Wooden wall, stone structure.
Stone structure. Yeah, so flying around the top of the stone structure, you said, there's a couple of guards on the roof, but is there like open windows? Like if I were so inclined, could I just go into the keep now?
There are not open windows, no. There are glass windows barred with iron in between them, but none of them seem to be cracked or open at this time.
What about the gate to the structure? Is it open, guarded?
The palisade wall's gate is closed, and the keep's gate is closed.
Interesting.
It looks like they are in, appropriate wartime lockdown.
I start thinking about what happens if I put the 2 of them in the bag of holding, carry it, and shift into a smaller creature. Would they die, or would they come back when I turn back into a human? I wonder. But is it in the center of town, the keep, or is it on the edge of town?
It's on the edge of town. The keep is on the north side of town. The village is just south of it.
if I were to approach from the north side, would I be like in forest until I hit the wall, or is there like forest cleared around?
There is a section of forest cleared around the keep up to about 100 yards, and then beyond that there are woods. On the north side, the woods are actually kind of thin, slowly fading out until you hit the Voden Plain.
All right, and my knowledge of like anti-magic, this is a shitty little village. They're not going to have like anti-invis wards and stuff like this and a keep like this, right? Or at least I wouldn't expect them to.
Under ordinary circumstances, definitely not. These are times of war, and this would be roughly where the front is. So it's possible that unusual measures have been taken, or that there are, temporary measures put in place. She mentioned a spellcasting lance with them, or contingent, and you would understand that there would be, some number of wizards and priests, clerics, with this group, and they could have. If they're level 5, then they got level 5 spells at their disposal. And if they are here acting as guards or like a special spell casting unit, then they probably have specific purposes and, are
Do I
taking
see
proper
any
precautions.
obvious spellcasters hanging around the keep?
It's a great question. You do notice one or a group of 2 clerics walking through the village from way in the south in the direction of the keep, and you can circle and hover around as a whatever bird that you want watching this area, and you will see the pair of spellcasters, the pair of clerics, slowly make their way to the keep, go up to the mountain, to the wall. There's a pause. They go through the wall. They walk up across the courtyard. They get to the actual keep itself. They knock on the doors. There's another long pause. From where you're positioned in the sky, you can see that there is like a check-in process. Very common in times of war in areas like this. And then they go inside the keep and are in.
Okay, last thing. Is there like a basement entrance to the keep or anything like that I can see near the ground on the outside? Or does it look
There
like
are cellars on the outside of the keep, but within the courtyard. It's hard to tell how that might connect to what's within the keep, though.
Does it look like it probably connects?
Oftentimes, cellars are, accessible from inside and outside the same building. But if there is access that way, it's likely to also be guarded in some way, shape, or form.
Can I see an access point into the cellar?
Yeah. The cellar just has like a hatch on the side of the building.
Oh, you're saying it would be guarded on the inside?
Yeah, so like you might be able to open the cellar from the outside, but like the from the cellar to inside, there's probably some sort of door or barrier that is impassable or near to impassable.
Okay. Is the cellar is there a padlock on it or something like that? And is there anyone looking at it? If it's at the back of the keep or something like that?
The cellar does not have a padlock on it. No, it is positioned near the front door and just like to the side. So anyone that was watching the front door from the outside would also be able to see the cellar. Anyone on the inside probably not be able to see the cellar.
All right. And that's probably enough time given that I'm slightly short on duration here. So I will, it's 3.5 hours, right? It's 3 turns per level. It doesn't matter now anyway. Whatever. I'll head back into the forest. I get into a tree, go down to the ground, turn back into me, recast the spell, and fly back.
Okay.
So I've got to walk the last few miles into town. So I'll walk back in, come back to the house to look for Anton and Tyrael, and I'll tell them what I found. That there's a Martin Bailey in the center of town, stone keep, wooden wall, well guarded. There's patrols of spellcasters walking around the village. Doesn't look like any of the windows open. They're all barred with glass. Guards on the roof. There's maybe a cellar that we could use to enter, but it's relatively well guarded, at least during the day.
Well, I think the most important thing is, are we going to be getting that greater invisibility from the queen?
Sambar,
yeah.
Hopefully. We'll see.
We should know by the end of day today or tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tyrael's gonna go visit the family. And Anton has something to do during that.
All right.
Before I go, I I'm giving them the head, the ledgers. Fuck. I wrote down at home. I'm not at home right now, obviously. Did we put those things on our sheets? The items we got?
Are they in the home tab? Let me look.
I think I had them written in a notepad on my desktop, but I don't think we distributed them yet.
+3 scimitar, +2 dagger on the home tab. Those are like the magic items we got,
Okay,
right?
then that's it. Then it is distributed.
But the gold and the gems, we did not. I don't have that.
Koibu should have it written down somewhere, right? Like what we got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shouldn't give them the +3 scimitar. I think we need to give that to the other people.
I'm debating giving them anything at all.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't think we give them anything.
Well, because we got we got like 6 or 7 ledgers. That should be
We got
that
6
should
or
be
7
pretty
ledgers.
big. We could give the +2 dagger. It's a +2 is still really nice. It's a really nice dagger, especially for like a thief or a rogue, right?
I think you should give them the dagger, and then it'll be like, hey, we also got this +2 dagger. Here you go.
Yeah.
I think that's like enough.
I think the dagger, the ledgers, and the head, I think should be good. Okay.
That should be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need? I mean, I'm not against it, but do we really need to give them anything? I mean, the more that we can trade the wizard for our items back, the
I
better.
think giving it to them because they asked if like, hey, we know you're gonna go in and get a bunch of shit. If you can give us like whatever you think's fair. I think giving a +2 dagger and all the ledgers and the head is fair.
What did we come away with then? We got the girdle, Dran strength, and a +3 scimitar, right?
And a bunch of money.
And a
Bunch of money.
Okay.
A fuckload of money.
Yeah, I think because they gave us the lead on a free mission, right?
Yeah.
So, I agree with Nick though. Generally, I'm super hesitant to give away things without cause, but I think we've got enough to trade right now. The +2 dagger.
Well, the only reason is that a wizard can use a dagger is a weapon that a wizard can use, so he might like that +2 dagger. Since it's him that'll be having to give up the book, or
Sure,
maybe we're
then give
trading with
him
the guy who's
a-
going to give up the free action ring. So I don't know. I feel like that's more important than just giving a random item to the family.
Okay, well we have robes of protection +1.
Yeah, he might like that as well.
Oh,
so
those,
imagine that.
I bet those are way sicker. I bet he'll like the robes.
Yeah, I think you'll like the robes.
Okay.
Okay. Also, who's holding the dagger +1 right now?
Nick.
Oh, you use that,
Yeah.
yeah?
I don't use it, but I've got it. I've got dagger proficiency, so I can use it. You can have it though if you want to give it to them.
Give him the +1 dagger.
Yeah. I know
Good.
that.
+2 dagger is pretty sick though.
Okay, give him the +2 dagger, or give him a +1 dagger and then like a bag of gold, which would be like 100 gold.
Well, I'm not. Well,
Give him the +2. It's nice.
yeah, I feel shitty giving them a +2 dagger if Nick is wielding a +1 dagger though.
He's never gonna use the dagger.
I'm not going to use it. Yeah.
He'll never use the dagger.
Fuck it, +2 dagger it is then.
Cool. I'm taking it off the party sheet.
Fine, fuck you.
It's gone.
Okay.
Crown.
Did you want to go talk to the family, give them the things?
I do want to go talk to them. Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
I walk into the bar.
Yeah.
A common face in these places by this point.
Yeah, your friend waves you on over. Stands up,
immediately point to the
greets
back
you with
room.
a hug.
Give him a quick hug. Don't bother to sit
Yeah.
down. Let's go to the back.
He just walks with you to the back. Well, Lord Tyrael McGarry,
My good friend.
good to see you.
It's been like, to be clear, it's been like 3 fucking days since he gave us his lead, right? Has it been like,
It's been like a week or so. I don't know. It could be anywhere from like 5 days to 3 weeks, depending on the timeline, which we kind of bounced around with. So you can tell me if this is right after or, a long time after.
right after?
be like
I
5
wanted to
days,
be
yeah.
impressive.
Okay.
We got there and back very quickly, okay? Quicker than we should have been able to, all right?
Yeah, we teleported.
Yeah, we fucking teleported
Yeah.
around, okay? I wanted to be impressed.
Yeah.
I want him to think I'm coming
Yeah.
here asking for more details about our mission, okay? Anyway, okay. So I come in. We're in a quiet room. I imagine no one else can hear us in the back room, right?
Yeah, you can hear mutterings from the next room over as long as you keep your voice down. No one's going to be able to hear you through the walls and over the crowd next door.
My good friend. He doesn't have. We weren't waiting for a lead on that amulet of constitution, right? He just said they didn't have anything like that.
Yeah, they just didn't have anything for it.
Okay. Well, I come bearing gifts for you. I swing my satchel
This is my birthday?
over my shoulder. I set the bag on the table, and I reach in and I begin to produce, I believe it's 6 or 7 ledgers. I lay them out on the table, scattered about, and then I will remove the head of, was it Helga? Bertha?
Mother Helga, I thought.
Helga.
Helga, I set her head on the table in the middle of the books.
He lets out a low whistle. Is that who I think it is? Did you already go and kill her and take her shit?
We absolutely did. And as a thank you
My hero.
for the tip, not only did I bring the ledgers, not only did I bring her head back, we also came across this very fine dagger as well. I'll produce what should be an ornate dagger from my pouch, unsheath it for a second, spin it around, show it to him, sheath it, hand him the dagger, sheathed in its little case.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Well done, Tyrael McGarry. And he reaches out a hand to shake yours before taking a look at the books.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand in return.
Did you get the things you needed? What you were looking for?
I absolutely did. I guess maybe when I shake his hand, I'll grip it a little strongly to let him know I got that +4 strength pumping through my hand.
Yeah, you can see him like shaking his hand as he pulls it away a little. Whew, well then, once again, I can say it's been a pleasure doing work with McGarry's. These are the ledgers, I hope, and he flips through them, sees some numbers, sees some coded writing, scratches his head a little bit, goes, well, we got smart people to investigate this coded text. We'll get through it.
Yep. Every ledger from that room should be pulled. We use magical items and interrogation to search for every hidden spot. Any ledger that was in that room should be right here before you today.
Was there any trouble?
Well, not anymore, as you can see.
Great. I would ask you how you did it out of curiosity, but I wouldn't expect you to give me an answer. So why don't we just skip that part?
Of course. So, as you know, me and my two brothers are on the lookout for exceptionally rare, exceptionally powerful items. If you think you come across anything, if you get any tips about anything out there, let me know. Maybe you'll have some work for us. Maybe you can give us a tip, a couple items as well. You know how it goes.
Well, you're just churning through these things faster than we can really get to them. So maybe sometime before we have anything for you. Little speed demon you are. Do you ever know the story of Icarus? Flew too close to the sun, wings melted, plummeted to the earth, died? I think he actually drowned or something.
I'm not sure. Sounds like whatever he did, though, he had a glorious flight before he fell, so.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't fly too fast and too high too quickly.
I'll leave the flying to my brother. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'll leave.
No, thank you. And yeah, you guys can go your separate ways. It appears that he is quite pleased with your haul. You can hear him flipping through books as you walk out of the room and muttering to himself. Whoops.
All right, the
there we
Greek
go.
gods exist. Based.
And what about you, Mooten, before we do our adventure in the North Grove?
Anton he's wrestling with himself. You know, he tried to talk to his god. He got a feeling that she's a little bit disappointed in him. He's like, man, I've been misusing my amulet. So he thinks to himself, he's like, what is like vengeance? What did I originally join for? And Anton comes to the realization that one of the main reasons that he
I'm just kidding.
one of the main reasons that he joined was because his father would always beat him or whatever. So he was always one of the people he probably most wanted to take vengeance on. So Anton is kind of wrestling with that. His dad did talk to him last episode and tell him that he was proud of him. Anton kind of shrugged it off, but it did make him feel a little bit good. So Anton is he's currently wrestling with that. That's what he's doing.
What about this this Kelpochi and his associates? This Kel Lockhart and this, what's her name, Mother Janice? These people are attempting to overthrow the kingdom. How does that sit with you?
Not good, actually. They don't have a rightful claim. Why should they?
Sorry, go ahead.
Why should they get to rule the kingdom when Anton probably thinks that either the current queen or Tyrael is the most fit to do it? And he's actually a little bit disgusted at his father for telling Kelpochi good job, and he's glad that he killed the princess or whatever. So Anton thinks that and makes him irate. That his father would be on the side of a treasonous murderer.
How does Anton feel about the reign of Victoria Wick?
Anton's
Valoria Wick, I'm sorry.
conflicted. he thinks that probably Tyrael actually deserves the throne. He doesn't know if the son should be punished from the sins of their father, so his royal birth probably supersedes. And we're dragon slayers at this point, so what has she done? That's where Anton lies, but overall, he's gonna let Tyrael make that decision for himself and support him.
Okay. Sounds like there's a small amount of personal turmoil churning in Anton's gut, but it's got it under control.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Okay. Well then, is it time to go invade Lockhart Meadows?
Do I hear back from Somba?
About the
Improved
invisibility.
Just because if we do have access to this, we'll probably wait to get it before we go. So,
right. Well, it's probably a moot point since you'd fail the spell learn check anyway. But
It's not.
I'm going to pass this one
pass
now,
it.
actually. Actually, no, you're right, Neil. I'll probably fail, so let me roll.
Yeah, let him have it.
he's learning.
She can't turn down a request from the queen.
A demand from the queen.
Well,
A demand, and we need this.
I'm worried that Somba knows something about us.
Well,
But
she
now
knows
she's
that
gonna
you
tell the
fucking took
queen.
the guy out of the tomb or the dungeon. That's what she knows.
True.
Wait, what guy?
Yeah, what
Remember
guy?
when he sold
Yeah,
that
what guy?
dumb
What
fuck out of
guy?
the dungeon?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Are you
what?
high, Steven?
Wait, which one are you talking
You
about? We've gone
smoking
through a
an
lot. We've
Aruba?
gone through a lot of tombs. Okay.
Okay, do you remember when he stole the guy out of the queen's dungeon? Brought him to her house?
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about like a dead body or something. I know.
Oh, no,
I
no,
know
no.
what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, and Ark Sambar knows about it.
Yeah.
I thought
That's
we were
probably
doing
why
a
she
thing
doesn't
there.
want. Yeah. No. That guy existed.
Yeah, maybe like a couple days pass. You don't quite get any immediate feedback. And then I suppose you would go check up on this.
Wait.
I guess,
No,
yeah.
wait. If he hasn't gotten
Wait.
feedback, can I go with him?
In a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go with?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, so you ask me, right?
Yeah, I'd
So
ask him.
Tyrell, I don't know about this. Alexandra, she speaks to me. Maybe you going is not the best idea.
I put a hand on Emrich's shoulder. Listen, Emrich, I feel like in your youthfulness, I feel like you're a bit too eager to let other people walk all over you sometimes. Maybe you need a firmer person next to you to gain the knowledge for the spell. I mean, come on, how many months did we go by in our travels without you'd even be able to cast magic missile?
Yeah, I know, but she's started to help me now. And, if you go in there all guns blazing and call her a dumb fuck or whatever, she might not help me anymore in the future.
Why would I call her a dumb fuck? She's a genius.
I don't know. I just got a feeling.
What are these guns you speak of? I think we can have a short conversation, Emrich. I think it'll be fine.
All right, Tyrael, well, please try and be respectful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Why don't we actually do this on the other side of our break, and then we will come back.
Okay.
All right, we will be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. So, Nick, you and Tyrael are going to go talk to Ark Somber.
Yeah, I guess. We've not had anything for a couple of days, so I will take Tyrael to the keep. We go in. I'll go to the entrance to our tower where I usually go, right? And I'll knock on the door.
Hello, brother. Is that you?
Tyrael, shush. Oxomba, it's Imric. Are you around?
Oh, I thought you were knocking on my door, not ours. Oh, sorry. Shit.
No, we're already there.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the door opens. Ark Somber stands before you, glances at you and at your brother, says, I expected one of you, not the other. Tyrael, McGarry, what brings you to my doorway?
Hi, I was just accompanying my brother tonight. Thought it'd be fun to hang out and chat. You are a very important and essential part of the missions that we do, and I think it'd be cool to see how you two communicate with each other.
Oxomba, I was hoping to maybe you'd reconsider the improved invisibility spell. It may prove useful for our next outing.
Our queen has come by to speak with me on this very matter.
Oh, she has. How coincidental.
To see you soon. Come in. And she glances at Tyrael. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Tyrael, remember, be respectful. I whisper to him as we walk in.
I chuckle softly.
I love what you've done with the place, Oxomer. Is that painting? Is that new? Lovely. It looks great.
She seats you guys both at a table, pulls over an extra chair for her, looks between you all. Well, I would ask you what your business is, but I think I know already.
Yeah, I already told you. Yeah.
There is a question, Imric McGarry, about your need for this spell.
Yes.
Improved invisibility is the tool of would-be assassins and murderers. And as I understand your journey, it is quite useless against dragons.
That's
so
true.
Tell me, why is it that you need a spell for assassins, murderers, and cutthroats?
Well, it's not just a spell for assassins, it's a spell for trickery and sneaking, I suppose. In this case, we are hoping to, and I think, I hope that I'm allowed to discuss this with you. We are looking to capture a knight who is potentially harboring a treasonous conspiracy, but we would like to do it in a way that we avoid fighting her probably loyal and good soldiers. If we were to go in our normal fashion, using our spells on foot, we'd give ourselves away and potentially be forced to kill innocent men and women. With something like improved invisibility, we could use magic to disable any guards peacefully and sneak in without being seen by the wider group.
Are you saying that without an improved invisibility spell, this task is well beyond your ability?
I'm not saying that. I don't see the downside in teaching it to me.
The downside is your judgment has been questionable.
Perhaps. We all make mistakes from time to time.
I carefully regard Imric and his answers, as I look at him thoughtfully.
We all make mistakes from time to time. I don't want to. I'm sure you're not insinuating that I would do anything awful with a spell such as this. My loyalties remain where they should. With the mission and with the crown. I only do what is asked of me. You're starting to make me think that you don't trust me.
What were you doing in the depths of the dungeons?
Dumb fuck.
I was following up on a potential lead. No harm, no foul. I had the situation under control. I appreciate that maybe I acted out of line. And now that we're talking about it, I'm sorry for that. But I had my reasons. There was no ill intent.
Ill intent is a mischievous phrase meaning very different things to very different people.
Perhaps. Are we here to argue semantics?
In a way, yes. You and your brothers are quietly being positioned to become the most dangerous men in the land.
Yeah, probably something.
Your aunt is full of faith for the three of you. But we wizards know better than to put too much trust in family ties.
I mean, I trust random prisoners in the dungeon, so trust is not really something I struggle with.
That's true.
You're not making your case any better.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I am serving as a very soft check on your increasingly uncontrolled power.
I don't really like what you're suggesting.
I am concerned for who you will become if and when you slay Scoria. I don't see this as being a tool necessary for your success, but I do see it as something deeply exploitable by someone who may decide they no longer wish to uphold the rule of law as it stands.
Tyrael, can I lean forward and...
Tyrael, please.
Can I lean forward and ask a question? If I may I ask you a question, Arksomber?
Please.
Do you know of the treachery that we faced in our 25-mile hike beneath the Draken Ridge on our way to the Blue Dragon, Azeron?
I have heard the debriefing.
Do you know of any of the treacheries that lie before us on our way to Scoria's Keep?
I know some of them, but not all.
And do you know of any of the other treacheries we may face between us or any other number of objectives?
I am not a diviner. I cannot see the future.
Then I think it's unfair of you to say the greater invisibility won't serve us in any way moving forward. I understand that for a wizard you might view it as the spell of a thief or an assassin, but for us, unfortunately, the types of enemies that we fight are not enemies that can be assassinated or stolen from. Oftentimes, we must employ great trickery in order to reach whatever final destination it is that we're headed for. In fact, when we were fighting stone golems on our way to Azeron, invisibility was quite important to us, as I'm sure it will be in the future and any other number of situations. Now, of course, it's impossible for either of us here to say that invisibility will for sure help us in any given situation coming up in the future, but I think it's equally foolish to say that it won't be of any use for us when it comes to defeating Scoria. Now, I understand that you might be cautious or hesitant to grant my young and admittedly sometimes foolish brother here access to such a powerful spell, but as he validly states, the Queen has entrusted us with a great deal of power. And unfortunately, whether you're comfortable with that or not, we are going to be positioned to be incredibly powerful warriors. Now, whether or not you question our loyalty to the crown, or whether or not you trust us, is an entirely different matter, but the reality is that for this upcoming mission, we are trying to apprehend people that may be moving forward with some form of, we don't know, of treason, regicide, potentially even worse. And the reality is without having access to these spells, the path before us is so much more bloody than it needs to be. I think that Imric makes a fair case that having this spell would enable us to do this mission in a much more peaceful manner. Maybe there's something that we can do on the side later on to prove to you that we are indeed trustworthy members of this kingdom.
I do not argue that this spell would be of use to you. That is not the question before us. The question before us is, do you need it? And what other foul purposes might it be used for? These are uncomfortable questions to be asking the future slayers of Scoria.
Ask yourself, though, if we are able to slay Scoria, improved invisibility will not be the difference in allowing us to carry out whatever plot you're insinuating. If that's what we were intending to do, we'd likely have the ability to do it with or without this spell. It's not really going to make the difference.
Well,
that's not entirely true, and you know that. Improved invisibility is... It allows a wizard such as yourself 15 minutes of true freedom and chaos, unable to be seen by any but the most powerful guards or wizards, able to run amok. A intelligent wizard and his two powerful warriors of brothers could possibly slay an entire keep full of soldiers in 15 minutes.
Based.
What would we need to do to be trustworthy in your eyes to possess such a great spell? Keeping in mind, of course, we already possess a great many number of brilliantly magical artifacts. My brother here already knows a great number of spells as well.
True. A great deal. I've passed, I've learned most spells, almost half of the spells that I've studied.
Well, you could start by telling me what your meetings with Cousin Vega are about.
Which one? My mind flashes back to who Vega was.
That's the Thieves Guild contact that you keep hanging out with.
Oh, is she looking at Emmerich when she says that, or is she looking at me?
No, she's looking at you, Tyrael.
I mean, what would you expect any of my meetings with him would be about?
You guys really aren't doing well at this.
I mean, I'm sure you can guess. He's a member of the family. I'm sure you know what the family is up to. And I'm sure, as it sounds like you've done your homework, you understand my background and the background of our family quite well. So I'm sure that any guess that you have for as to what I've been communicating with them about and what we've been doing with them is probably going to be accurate. If you have any more specific questions, I'd be happy to answer. I have no secrets that I keep from this kingdom or from the crown.
Your aunt looks upon you with great favor. She sees your mother in the three of you, something I see very little of. I am not entirely certain that you do not have your own designs on the throne when this is all over with. And I don't know how you can convince me that your intentions are true and honest and pure. I am concerned, Tyrael, Imric, and even your brother Anton may one day decide that their current fortunes are sustainable and that you can do as you please without fear of reprisal. I want to make sure your power is kept in check, that you do not let your egos get the best of you, that you remember Queen Valuriawick will be the ruler of Arcadia when this is all over with.
And you're not worried? You're not worried that perhaps your drive here to check our power isn't going to lead to all of us just being a pile of humble ashes come Scoria's next attack on the capital?
Improved invisibility will not prevent Scoria's next attack on the capital, and if the day comes when it is absolutely necessary for you to possess that spell in order to destroy the Red Dragon, then our discussion on this will be different. But at this moment in time, it feels like this spell is not needed by you in any way, shape, or form to complete the missions before you, but is simply a matter of convenience, one that you can make an argument for now, but will have serious ramifications for distribution in the long term. I am not a short-minded or short-term thinking wizard. I am here to look at the big picture and see where we will be in 6 months and in 6 years. And improved invisibility gets us no place in 6 months or 6 years that we won't be without it, unless your little family gets ahead of themselves with it.
Little family? There's no need for insult talk, Sombo. At least we have a last name.
I lean forward with a very serious look on my face. If this even were to be the case, which I'm still insulted that you would even consider this to be, but if it were to be the case that the Megaries were to rise up in some vicious overthrow of the crown, despite the crown entrusting us with so much, there are only 3 futures ahead of us. One of those futures is the kingdom lies in ash underneath the fires of Scoria because we failed our mission, because we weren't able to get the resources we need. Another future lies before us where we are successful and we're able to defeat Scoria. And then there's another future where we defeat both Scoria and we overtake the crown. In 2 of these futures, an Arc Somber is needed. Your services will be required, but in the one where Scoria wins, all of us lose. All of us are completely defeated and everything is lost. If you truly are looking out for yourself, if you truly are looking for what's the best in 6 years, then I see no reason why you would withhold any of this magic from us if it could potentially lead to the defeat of not only us, but ultimately of the entire kingdom. I just don't see it being in anybody's best interest for you to be hoarding magics from us because of some imagined plot that you have where we're overthrowing the crown, despite not only our aunt but the queen trusting us with these missions.
Maybe, Tyrael, you are used to speaking to feeble-minded individuals who can be strawmanned in this way. You keep reframing the argument in ways that no person of intelligence would allow it to be reframed. You do not inspire confidence with which you speak about this, in the way with which you speak about this. Why, Tyrael McGarry, daughter of the son of the dethroned queen, why are you so set on the improved invisibility spell? What specific needs do you have for it that you cannot get by with a normal invisibility spell or one of your many treasure hunting skills?
Tyrael's working on my advice, Oxoma. My concern is for the men loyal to this knight. I would hate to be brought into a battle and have to kill loyal soldiers of Drekis. I'm sure each and every one will be needed in the battles to come. This spell could seriously avoid bloodshed on a great scale.
So you're saying it's worth the lives of a half dozen men to give you this spell?
It is to me, because I know there is no risk associated with it. The risk is imagined on your part.
It is.
The Queen trusts us, and you question her judgment.
I question your judgment, man who has never had to work for anything, who has had spells provided to you willy-nilly from every corner of the kingdom. You have the entire force of the royal family giving you loads of magic, loads of knowledge, loads of power just handed to you. You haven't had to work for any of it.
If the reason was jealousy, Oxoma. If that's the reason, then I understand. I don't see any reason for you to insult us and insinuate that we are treasonous. There's no need for that. You could just say that... Well, you could have just said no. There was no need for this.
I did say no.
Yeah, and I raised my question with the Queen, and she seemed to agree with me. I told you, the concern is for the lives of these men. We don't want to see anyone die that doesn't need to.
Since when have you been concerned about the lives of people you don't know?
My entire life.
We've employed a great number of tricks to avoid slaughtering innocent people, actually.
We're having this discussion because it is time that we see each other eye to eye. I see your rise to power, and I, despite not being a diviner, can see where this will take us. I am concerned that the 3 of you may not have your hearts in the right place.
Well, perhaps if you're ever interested in having a more honest conversation, I can produce a candle from my backpack. I have one of, I always forget the name of the candle maker. Abalon. I have one of Abalon's truth candles here. We can have a frank discussion if you wish about what we all perceive to be the future of the kingdom. If you truly wish to divine our intentions without having to do all of this insane guesswork.
It doesn't matter, Tyrael. We can find the spell somewhere else if Oxoma won't help us.
Perhaps we can. I don't doubt that we can find the spell in some place. What bothers me more is that somebody so close to the Queen would be so mistrusting of us.
I agree. Well,
but perhaps she doesn't wish to speak under the candle. Perhaps there's another motivation why she doesn't wish to hand over the spell, one that she doesn't wish to reveal to us at this time, which makes me all the more curious about her actions.
Let's not sour
relations. I have proven my loyalty to the crown of Drekis time and again.
we'll leave it here, Arksomber, but there's no need for us to fall out, and no doubt I'll have need of your help again in the future. But
And I yours. I do wish to support your mission to slay Scoria. She is the bane of all of our existences, and we need to work together to defeat her.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean you should be equipped with everything and anything you might want.
Well, okay.
At a certain point, your lust for power must be tempered, else it will get out of hand.
I humbly suggest you spend less time in this tower. I think the isolation is perhaps making you a tad paranoid, but I understand that we're at the end of this discussion, and I don't wish to fall out any further. Sorry for even...
Paranoid?
Perhaps more than a tad.
She shakes her head. This is why we have trust problems.
Tyrael,
Speak about the things you do not know.
Let's go, Tyrael. There's no need for this to carry on any further. I'm sorry that you had to listen to this.
Are you apologizing to me or to her?
To you.
Oh, I believe it was a very enlightening conversation.
Enlightening, perhaps. Certainly insulting as well.
Self-fulfilling prophecy, Koibu. They're doing it to themselves.
Well, that went, as we're walking out, that went less well than I expected. It seems that Arksomber doesn't trust us one bit.
Are we outside of what would the expected earshot range of that tower? Understanding?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're in the hallway, the door's been shut, you should be fine.
I turn and I glare at Imric and I push him into a wall and I stare at him, my eyes inches from
Tyrael, what?
Imric, I don't care who you're talking to. I don't care what their rank is. I don't care what their name is. I don't care what their status is. Don't ever let anybody talk down to you like that, okay? We're not the McGarrys of 10 years ago. It's absolutely ridiculous that you could allow her to sit there and say that you've been handed everything, or that we haven't accomplished anything, that the entire crown is behind us and working with us. We've done more on our own than probably anybody else in this kingdom for the good of this kingdom. Don't let anybody talk down to you like that ever again, Imric. Do you understand me?
Listen, Tyrael, I'm sorry, okay? You're right. She's more of a wizard than I'll ever be, Tyrael. I'm sorry, I can't help but feel some amount of deference. But you're right, she's wrong.
Why do you believe that, Imric? What do you mean more of a wizard than you'll ever be? How many dragons do you think she's faced down? How many beholders has she slain? How many demons has she looked in the eye?
She may not be a warrior, but she knows her magic better than me.
She's locked herself in a tower and she studies books all day. She may as well be the same drunkard that you were 20 years ago. What has she done? Or not even 20 years ago, a few months ago. She does nothing with her time besides sit in the tower, read some books, run a few errands for the queen. She's a glorified errand girl at this point. Don't let somebody like that make you feel like a commoner or a peasant, okay? We have to protect our name. No one else will. Do you understand, Imric?
I understand. Thanks, Tyrael. You're right, of course. Thanks for standing up for me.
I don't want to stand up for you, Imric. I need you to stand up for yourself.
Okay.
Okay, I start walking. I walk away from him. Let's go. Back to the house.
You can make your way out of the castle and back to the house. Okay. Well, all that out of the way and done. Did you guys tell your brother about this meeting? How it went down?
I don't think Imric would. He's kind of embarrassed, I guess. Maybe Tyrael would, though. I don't know. Seems kind of important that Arksomber thinks that this is that she's even considering that this is something that we are thinking about is kind of worth knowing, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like it might come up that because we're both going to be going back to the house, like very, very, or I'll be very irritated. So.
Yeah, it would be kind of clear on your faces that you've had not a great meeting with Arksomber.
Anton's definitely irritated as well.
Is our dad still home? Or is he left yet?
Yeah, he was out for a walk with Anton while you guys were there, and he's walked off and done something else on his own. Who knows where he is?
He's alive.
Okay.
Christ.
All right, so we get back to the house. Imric's a little bit looks a little bit deflated, but
I
says
slam the
to-
door and I go immediately up to my room. I don't want to hear anything going on down here. I just
I'll come in.
Anton will detect grudges.
Yeah, there
I
are
won't be
grudges
able to
about.
guess.
Oh yeah.
Well, there might
There are
not be a
serious
grudge.
grudges
Wait, I
flying
might
about.
just be playing. Maybe I'm not actually upset, Koibu.
Yeah, I'll throw up a detect grudge. Is he actually upset?
I am
Yeah, he's got a grudge.
massively upset. I have a huge grudge. I might kill her if I was in a room with her, maybe. There's a very, very, very big grudge against her.
I'll look to Imric since Tyrell ran upstairs.
Yeah.
What happened? Did the queen piss in your milk or?
No, we didn't see the queen. We saw Oxomba.
Oh,
She flat refused to teach me the spell, citing that I look around, make sure there's no servants in the room. She suggested that she has to remain a balance or a check on our power so that once Scoria is dead, we don't carry out any designs on the throne ourselves.
Anton will nod. It's pretty smart of her.
I guess, but it's not.
It's not her place to make that decision.
Doesn't feel fair for her to judge us so harshly like this. We were living quite happy lives before the call of duty was placed upon us. We're risking our lives out there for the kingdom, for all of them. Seems unfair for her to throw it back in our face now.
They fear us, Imric.
Perhaps they fear you.
Well, she wouldn't give you the spell. Seems like they fear all three of us. And what we can do, you saw we could do just 3 days ago. Teleported in, murdered a whole room of people. Well, we could have murdered them, but we showed restraint.
We did, yeah. We are. Well, we killed a dragon. We're powerful, surely.
It's understandable.
Doesn't make us treasonous, though. Doesn't make us traitors.
No, it does not. Do you think that our queen fears us?
No, I think that she would have given us the spell. I'm worried that Arksomba may, if given any reason to, may talk in the queen's ear, sow dissent or distrust.
So the people around the queen.
They seem jealous. She made comments about how we've been given all of this power and we haven't worked for it. All of this
We
magic.
were born to do this, Imric. This is not by dumb luck. This is the
Destiny.
divine. This is destiny. Yeah.
That's a woman's name.
I'll not.
Yeah.
The
you're
gods
right.
have chosen that we go about this path, Imric. Who are they to halt us and stop us? No one will stand in our path of vengeance against Scoria. Not
True.
even Arxambar. Not even the queen at this point, I'll say.
Well, this spell won't stop us completing our mission in the North Grove. It just may cost some of the knights there their lives, unfortunately. But I guess that doesn't mean...
Those deaths are on Arxambar then, not on us.
I agree. Well, I think we've got nothing else to wait for, and I think Tyrell's pretty upset. I say we get on the road tomorrow.
I had an interesting talk with Father.
Oh, yeah? You two
Yeah.
seem to be getting on a little bit more recently.
I thought so too, but on our walk, he showed no remorse. He said that all the beatings that he gave us made us turn out the way that we are, and he was actually happy with it. It's quite disgusting of him.
That's terrible.
He's a terrible man, Tyrael. I just pray every night that he goes away quietly in his sleep.
I'm
I
sorry.
can only be so lucky, Anton will laugh.
I'm sorry that I let that happen to you when we were younger, Anton.
No,
I think about it a lot. I'm sorry.
It's not your
I
fault.
should've-
Tyrael was
I should-
off with Uncle. Someone had to be there to protect you from his wrath.
I should have stood up for myself. I rely on you too much. Both of you.
There's nothing you could have done. We're here to help you, Imric. You were always the most talented of the three of us.
Perhaps it's studying though. Compared to you two, maybe, but compared to my classmates, not so much.
Oh, and where are they now, Imric? Have they killed a dragon?
No, they've done no such thing.
They're in towers, reading over books, written by men and women far greater than them. You're going to be the one who writes the book, Imric. You're going to be the book that they're reading about.
We'll be remembered throughout history if we're successful, surely.
We already were successful. They're probably writing books about us right now. We don't even know. They know our names. The Great McGarrys. A Tale of Dragon Slaying.
I can see it, yeah. I can see it. Well, I feel a lot better. Our father is, I don't know, a man of his times. So I'm not sure. He's best on
Pray to Velthari, Emmerich. Just, talk to her. You've seen what she can do for me in a fight against a dragon. How I was empowered. It seems like you're a little bit down on yourself. Maybe vengeance against Scoria is, the way that you need to go. Vengeance against people who've wronged you. Just think about it.
Maybe it could make me more sure of myself, I suppose.
Just try to talk to her. I'm sure she'll be there.
What you said about father passing away in his sleep, I think maybe the best thing would be for him to die on the battlefield. Gloriously, with honor.
Maybe the best thing for him. I don't know about for us. You'd get a warrior's death. He'd probably throw him a parade or something. Even though that we know the true man that he always was.
Anton, you might be right about Valthara. I suppose she's been with us all of this time.
I'll point to the amulet. Not only been with us, she's guided us to most of our bigger targets. I don't actually know what we would have done without this. Anton will stroke the amulet.
Maybe I'll join you for your prayers in the morning.
I'd love to have you.
All right, I could use a drink. Do you want one?
Anton will get up. I'll make one.
All right. We'll kick
As you guys are making your drinks, a pair of servants will excitedly enter the room, waving a piece of paper around before you. Look, my lords, look what the queen has had made up.
I'll grab the piece of paper.
It is a woodblock printing flyer. You guys had talked about how the slaying of Azeron wanted to be public knowledge and you publicly credited for it. And here it is. It is the Brothers McGarry stamped on a piece of paper with the words Slayers of Azeron underneath it and a small little blob of text explaining that the Brothers McGarry have been on a secret mission to overthrow and slay Azeron the Blue Dragon. And after months of, hardship and planning and difficulties, taking some creative liberties with the writing here, Azeron has slain due to the, the nephews of the queen.
Wow.
Emmerich, this is amazing. Finish up the drink. I'll go cheer Tyrael up.
Good idea. I think you'll like to see this. All right.
I'll go upstairs. Is it small enough to slide under the door or?
Totally. Yeah.
I'll knock on the door and I'll kick it under the door. Tyrael, a gift from Her Majesty, it seems. Maybe this will cheer you up.
I'll wait a moody and an angsty maybe 15-20 seconds before I stand up and I walk to the door. I'll pick up the paper. I'll be silent for, I guess, 10 or 15 seconds while I read it. And then I'll open the door and I'll glare at Anton. What am I supposed to feel happy for about this?
It's what you've always wanted. The McGarry name being uplifted. Slowly our name is being bettered. You've done it, I'll say.
I'll nod towards the capital and I'll say, when you can find me a piece of paper that gets us respect with the people up there, not with the dirty commoners in the streets, I'll care. And I'll throw the paper out and I'll slam the door.
Jesus.
I'll nod. I'll pick up the paper and I'll take it downstairs. I'll yell back, they can't stop us, Tyrael. We can demand their respect.
I'm sitting in bed.
And I'll walk downstairs.
How is he cheered up? I had to say, coming over and handing you a gin and tonic.
Oh, he's just peachy, Emmerich.
Good. He seemed upset. I got us out of there before he said something too dangerous. I think it's probably best he stays away from Oxambar in the future.
I think it's best that Oxambar stays away from Tyrael, I'll say.
Probably right.
I think they're getting too hot for their britches up there. Just me personally.
I think it's
they should watch their tone against us.
Yeah, you're right.
We're not those three doe-eyed kids who first marched into the capital. They need to remember that.
I think she knows that all too well. She's scared.
She should be. I'll drink.
Here's to the Megaris, Dragon Slayers. And I'll chink my glass with Anton.
I will clink the glass as well.
And kick back and, yeah.
Yeah, maybe half an hour later, there comes a knocking at the front door. And your servants go to answer it like they do. And a few moments after that, one of the servants comes over to your, what do you call it? Parlor. And leans in and says, Lord Imric McGarry, there is a man here to see you with a gift.
Me?
Yes.
All right. I put my drink down and push my chair back and stand up. Sort of like fix my jacket that I'm wearing. And
I will say, because I am thinking about this, so my character's thinking about this. Imric.
Yeah.
Come here.
Sure.
Do not forget what the dwarves said. Dwarves warned us that there would be assassins. You should be careful on anything given.
I'll be careful, Anton. Don't worry. And I'll head out into the parlor.
You can see that there is a collection of 6 merchants here, representing the various alcohol industry merchants of the local area. You got 3 people that deal in wine, 1 person that deals in whiskey, 1 that deals in rum, and 1 that deals in beer. And they have all gathered before you, carrying gift baskets. And in their other hands are flyers about Azeron being slain. And these 6 merchants in attendance offer their baskets up to you with the, varying choruses of, please, Imric McGarry, drink my wine. Please, let the McGarry family be the one to put my wine on the map. No, don't listen to him. Our whiskey is the best you'll find in all of Drekis. Please, Imric McGarry.
There's no need to bite, gentlemen. Trust me, my appetite is voracious, and I shall test all of your products. Thank you for your kind gifts and recognizing the achievements of my house.
We would be nothing without you, my lord. Your conquest of the dragon is spreading faster than my wine can spread, which is to say something. It's a true amazing thing that you've done for us.
Thank you. I'll shake this guy's hand and then I'll go and to all of you, thank you all. It's most kind. My brothers and I shall enjoy these gifts immensely, and I'm sure if the product lives up to its owner, then we'll be back for more in the future. To the death of Azeron. And I'll
hooray! They all kind of
out from the bottle,
excited by it, and then they head off, leaving you in peace.
Say to the servants, help me carry these into the kitchen.
Yeah, they help you bring baskets on in.
Gifts from the local wine and spirit merchants, Anton.
Anton will eye them suspiciously, because Anton's a paranoid fuck now. Save them for tomorrow, Imric.
Yeah. Well, I already opened this one, but the rest of them, sure, we can wait. Do you want some? I say to pour you a glass of wine.
I'll hold my hand up.
I put the bottle down and look at it.
You can enjoy it.
Look back to my empty glass and say, no, I've probably had enough, and I'll push the bottle back and say, we should probably get some sleep if we've got to get up early for prayers, right?
That is correct. It'll be 9 a.m. sharp, Imric.
Right. To bed then.
Lothar does not like someone who's tardy either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off to bed you guys go.
I'm going to be sneaking out in the middle of the night, Koibu.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Okay. The middle of the night comes.
I would like to sneak out of my house. I want to climb down the window and then hop over the wall to my keep. I don't want to leave using a normal exit.
You want to leave through the window and then through a normal exit?
No. I want to leave through the window and then hop over like a wall that leads into our estate. I don't want to go in or out through any normal things. And I'd like to be as sneaky as possible while doing this.
Yeah. All right. So you sneak out a window, you hop the wall out of your estate.
And
as sneaky as possible.
If there's like guards walking or something, I don't want to do this in plain eyesight or anything else.
Right, yeah, you can keep an eye out. You do see a patrol of soldiers walking through the city streets. You wait for them to pass. You easily scale the wall, which you've scaled 100,000 times in the past, and you're out and free in the city.
I want to make my way to my contact and the family at that bar I'm hoping that scrupulous people will be doing bad things late into the night, so I would like to head to that tavern and find him. However, I would like to enter the tavern with a cloak covering my face, and I want to leave a note for the bartender to send that guy out to me, and I'll be waiting out at the side of the tavern, like outside.
Sure. Yeah, a few 15 minutes passes, and Cousin Vega shows up, meets you in the alleyway late at night. He gives a bit of a yawn. It woke me from my sleep. What is it, McGarry?
Vega, if I could, I'd like to speak to you for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. It's incredibly urgent. It needs to be incredibly private. Is there a room you can take us where nobody can see us enter nor leave?
He sobers up pretty quickly and motions for you to follow him. He walks maybe 4 or 5 blocks into more of like a slummy section of town. Not quite slummy, but buildings here are a little bit dilapidated. It's up and coming, I think is the term. And he'll take you into one of these buildings, past a couple of sleepy-eyed people who look at you awkward from underneath their sheets, but he walks right through a bedroom up to a false wall, moves it to the side, and then enters a staircase down into some basement level of an area where he stops and looks at you and says, "Here we can talk privately."
Please.
For certain.
Is there a table and chairs in front of us? Can we sit down?
No, it's an empty room. You can just sit on the floor. There's nothing in here.
Okay. I'll take a seat against the wall. I'll produce one candle from my backpack and snap my fingers. I believe the candle should turn on. And then I want to produce another candle.
Okay.
I know that normally men in our position don't have the privilege of knowing if one is being truthful or not, but I must insist that I am able to ask you a question under the influence of this candle of truth. It is essential to me that I get the correct answer from you. Are you comfortable with this arrangement? Can I ask you a question? I must warn you that if I'm not able to pursue this conversation as I wish, there's a good chance that all of our business will be coming to an abrupt end.
I think before you ask any questions, you should let me in on what's happening here.
I need to ask you if you or anybody that you know, or if you have any knowledge of my communications with you being reported to anybody in the capital, anybody close to the crown, or anybody working with the crown.
Light your candle.
I dip, so this will be a single question, so a single inch off the candle, and I will light the candle. I'll wave it around for a minute so that I'm aware that a little bit is burned. We both inhaled the fumes. And I will ask him the question. Have you any knowledge of anybody reporting any of our conversations to Arc Somber in Wick Thronarantha, the capital?
The only knowledge I have is the insinuation of the questions you're asking me right now.
Okay. I extinguish the candle.
As you go to reach to extinguish it, he asks you, "Does Arc Somber know who I am?"
I regard for a moment, and then I nod, and I say, "She seems to have an understanding that we communicate with one another, and she knows your name. I don't truly know how much she knows about you, although clearly she understands that you're associated with the family. I can't speak to anything more than that, though. I'm not sure what the extent of her knowledge is about us." Okay, can I extinguish the candle now?
He sits back. Yeah, you can extinguish the candle.
Okay, I extinguish the candle, and then I regard him. I'm staring into the eyes, the windows to his soul. So I think it's fair to say that our relationship has been incredibly prosperous for us both. I hope that you understand that I've tried to take care of you as much as possible. Given you items when I need not have. I've given you gold when I need not have. And I think that we have an amicable relationship, I would say, with our work with one another, yes? Now I have a request for you. A very important job, hopefully one that's not too difficult. Do you care to hear me out, and then you can tell me the feasibility of this?
Shoot.
Firstly, I know that you guys know things about a lot of people, maybe things that people don't want known about themselves. If you could prepare a document for me, I'd like to know every single thing that you know about Arc Somber. I want to know who she talks to. I want to know what her history is. I want to know who her enemies are. I want to know what her dreams and aspirations are. I want to know what she wanted to be when she was a wizard studying, when she was only 9 years old. I want to know everything you know about her. Secondly, I'd like to know if you could figure out if any of my servants are reporting on any of our activities to the Crown. I'm sure that there's some unofficial or back-channel communication that takes place between the people that serve us and the people in the capital. I'd like for you to uncover as much of this as possible. I suspect that maybe some of our servants might be reporting movements in ways that we don't know about to the Queen herself, or at least people around her. I'd also like you to check in and see if any of your people are reporting any of our conversations. I don't know how anybody knows that I'm speaking with you. It's possible that she's cast a spell. It's possible that she is, It's possible that she has asked one of your people to look into it, or maybe one of my people. And then finally, fourthly, I'd like you to send this information to my house in the form of a letter. Disguise it as one being written by a fan. I'm sure there are going to be lots of people writing letters to our house now as we've slain Azeron. Maybe send this every 5 to 8 days. You can vary the time, write it in a coded language that only I will understand, and I'll be sure to check the mail frequently for any updates on any information you find. Is this arrangement agreeable? What would it take for you to accomplish this?
These things are doable, but they take time and they take money. Getting to know Arc Somber's past requires lots of traveling and asking questions that might draw attention. To do it right takes time. To do it without detection takes more time and more money. So we can do this. We've got the personnel who are trained for this, but it's not free.
I nod my head, of course. I wouldn't expect as much. I believe I can pay whatever fee you ask, and then I only have one more request. This will be a tricky one, on par with some of the other items I've requested. Is it possible that you have access to any person that either has a scroll of greater invisibility or somebody that's able to assist another in learning such a spell? I know that for us that like to wander in the night or under the guise of invisibility, such a spell is of great use. It would be incredibly valuable if my brother could learn such a spell.
Okay. Well, let's talk money. These things aren't cheap to set up. And there's no way to project a final price right now. I can give you a... You want us to report in roughly every week with varying timelines. So why don't we say 100 gold a week until you are satisfied? Sure. And we'll need probably at least 5 weeks up front.
Okay, I nod. I can deliver you the money by tomorrow.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on your servants. We will have someone tail you yourself. That way they can see if anyone else is following you. If you find someone following you around, do your best not to alert them. Unless, you suspect danger or something, of course. Mm-hmm. If there are other people following you, I don't know who you'll be noticing.
Of course. And then the greater invisibility, either a teacher or a scroll of such a spell. I'm sure a guild full of thieves should have access to such a spell.
Most of our thieves are good enough that they don't need such spells, but we'll look about for you. We understand that this is important to you, and we've seen your flyers, so we have some idea of what you're up to these days. We'll see what we can do to put this in your hands. Finding about Arc Somber's past is going to be tough, though. Especially without arousing attention.
Of course, that's why I've come to you for this. I only trust the best. Just as my uncle would have. I nod and I shake his hand.
He shakes yours as well.
I stand up.
It's not a good thing that she's asking questions about me, or you, or us.
Of course, I agree. I believe there's a great deal of mutual interest here in us figuring out any connections that she has. Worst case scenario, she may be a minion of Scoria herself.
I'm going to take a little trip. You might not find me around for the next month or two. Gonna get out of town for a little bit. Hope you understand.
I shake my head. I don't believe that would be wise. I've only spoken to her this night. If you leave town now, she'll know that we've communicated. You must maintain your presence in town, and unfortunately, you need to go about your normal business. Things must remain as ordinary as possible. Of course, you understand this.
Yeah.
I place a hand on his shoulder, and I look him in the eyes. I look down at him. Is he shorter than me?
Yeah.
We've pulled men out of these dungeons before. I promise you, nothing bad will happen as long as we continue to work together.
He goes to put his hand on the doorknob and then throws a look over his shoulder at you. Once upon a time, you mentioned a letter to me that might be available to us, right?
I nodded. Or I nod.
Is that something that's still on the table?
It's still on the table, of course. You must understand right now that both of us must play this very carefully. Any change in movements or any change in behavior might alert the wrong people. But yeah, of course, it's still on the table.
Good. Keep it safe. The day may come where that is valuable to me.
I nod.
Best of luck, Tyrael McGarry. And
as well.
He'll walk out with you and go a different way once you hit the outside.
Yep. I head back home, over the wall, climb the thing back into my open window, and tuck myself into bed.
Okay. All right. Well, party. Couple days later, or the next day, at some point, you guys are ready to. Oh, what do you got for it?
I'm subtracting real quick. Oh no, wait, not 100 gold. I need to get off our party sheet. We had all that money that we looted. Was it like 1,000 platinum or something?
I thought I already gave that to you.
There was what was the gold that we got from that last encounter?
Sorry, are you talking about the people we just robbed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's from Koibu. Yeah, that's a Koibu question.
That was. You guys kept the platinum, the iron.
Oh no, wait.
And half gold, right?
That's for the
Yeah,
dragon.
it's not about the dragon.
I'm talking about
I think it was like a small amount of coins, and I think there was like a bag of like gems worth about 5,000,
Right.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that it was like 2 bags of gold, which was like 100 gold, and then it was
Each.
like the gems that were worth like 5,000 gold in total.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get like 500 gold worth of those gems? Do you want to notate this on the party sheet then, Mooten, or because I can't put it on my sheet?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take. Oh, go ahead.
Can you put this on your? Can you put this in your bag of holding? Just the gems, and then each gem was 50 gold, and we had 100 gems.
I can do this. Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah. So put 100 gems, and then minus 500 gold.
How much do they weigh?
Koibu question.
Let's see. Hold on. There's it was 50 platinum, 150 gold, and a bag of gems. All the gems together weigh 1 pound. I think it was.
Okay. Gotcha.
We have 100 gems worth 50 gold each. That sound right?
Yes.
For 1
Yes.
pound.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to add the platinum
So-
and the gold, Mooten? I got the gems.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that right now. So you'll have 90 gems left.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. I'm adding that to the home sheet.
Okay. When I wake up the next day, I'll just run that to the bar in like a little bag with a note to give it to the guy for the 500. Okay.
Yeah, and when I wake up, I'll head to Anton's room and knock on the door and join him in his prayers and silently pray to Valthara for courage
Yeah.
Courage for what?
to stand up for myself.
And I will pray, as I promised you. I believe that Imric is going to become yours. You know, follow you.
Okay. Well, everything is squared away. You guys ready to go slay Hell Lockhart and find what's her name, Mother something?
Yeah, I think we should. I would ask Emmerich and Anton a question the next morning, I guess, as we all kind of gather to eat breakfast. I'm a lot more mellowed out now, a lot more zanned out. I'm good. While we're eating casually, I think I would ask Anton and Emmerich together. Would we know if somebody had been scrying on us while we've been out on our adventures? Is it possible?
It's possible we might have a feeling,
Yeah,
but
if it was done regularly, we would probably know.
Is this the case even if there's an item on us that allows a person to scry on us?
I think so. When I stride on the rope, Azeron knew I was looking.
Did you not find it a bit troubling, Emmerich, that she seemed to know about my conversations with Vega?
You've told us much to the Queen, haven't you?
I I don't think I told her the name, and I don't really tell her the frequency with which she visits. Somber seemed as though she was trying to corner me with some piece of knowledge that she didn't expect me to think she had. Just makes me a bit
I wouldn't
nervous.
put it past her to be keeping track on us, given her suspicions.
Yeah, I'm just curious how she does. But
We need to find an item that prevents scrying upon us. Not only for this reason, but for...
Well, of course,
Scoria
to prevent Scoria or any of her minions from keeping eyes on us. But I'm sure it's not important now. Perhaps North.
Wait, no. One quick question. Sorry.
Yeah, North. We need to head. Go ahead.
One quick question, Neil. Remind me again what specialist Dark Somber was. Is she disallowed from divination or not? I know you said she's not a diviner, but she can still cast divination spells, right?
You would know her specialty. I just have to find in my notes.
Yeah.
Anton also took detect poison after the dwarves warned them. I'm just gonna go do a detect poison over all the liquor. I would know. I've probably tested this before out of curiosity. Like if you detect poison on regular liquor and alcohol, does it come up as poisonous? Or no?
No.
Okay, because it's like technically a poison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if it were like pure alcohol, then it might come back as poisonous, but just in the normal concentrations, it doesn't.
Okay. And then this stuff that I detect does not come back as poisonous?
One of the wine bottles is.
Oof. Was it the one Imric was going to drink out of?
No, it is not the one he took a swig out of.
I will grab that wine bottle and go up to Imric. Imric.
Anton, it's a bit early in the day to start drinking, isn't it?
You remember how I warned you about the dwarves and how they have still people after us?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who came to the door with this wine bottle? And I'll place it on the table.
Let me take a look. I look at the label, Neil. I can probably work out which brewery this belongs to, right? Or which winemaking company.
Yeah, this is from a vineyard along the coastline of West Voden, where it meets the shallow sea. It's called Five Roses wine.
Yeah, this is the Five Roses wine, I believe, from the coast. Why?
This has poison in it. We need to determine who's trying to kill us. We'll time pool this at a later date.
Really?
But yes, when I detected poison, this one came up as poisonous.
Huh.
I'll read the
Poison
label.
bottle
It doesn't
wine.
say 100% alcohol, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It says Five Roses wine.
I look at is it corked, Neil? Like, is there a
Yes.
cork in the bottle of wine?
I'll ask Serial to check it out.
I
think
look
you
at
need
it and
one.
see. I look at the cork and see if it looks like it's been replaced.
Well, I should be able
Or
to
if
tell
it-
this, right? Really easily.
Yeah, I think this is a Tyrael job.
I could find
Yeah, I
remove
guess.
traps, maybe, or
Yeah, you'd be looking for some sort of like something messed with, you know?
Yeah, like maybe they put a needle into the cork to inject the poison into the wine.
Yeah.
In which case it would have been done after it was brewed and bottled, or maybe it's been done at the vineyard itself.
I just don't think the vineyard's gonna try to get us. I think it's gonna be one of those merchants.
I can't find my notes on Arc Somber. I don't
I
think
think she was
had
I think she was an evoker.
an evoker.
Does that
Invoker?
disallow you from divination?
I don't know.
I'll take a look. You do the other stuff, Neil. I'll look that up.
Okay. That's what I was paying attention to. What is the question before us today? The wine bottle. Does it look like it's been tampered with?
Tyrael wants to do a firm inspection of it and see
Yeah.
if it's been tampered with at all.
What is your detection, your find remove traps, Tyrael?
it's very high now. Hold on.
It's like 90.
It's like
or 95,
90%.
right?
But what is it really?
It's 90%. I've gained a lot of
Oh,
levels.
okay. It actually is 90%. I thought you
Yes.
were.
Nope.
This was the lead into a joke. Yeah. So, winemaking in the olden days is not quite what it is today. The corks are not quite as secured as they are today, but even though they're still maybe a little bit, funny where they come out of the top just a little bit, this one definitely looks like it's been tampered with. This one looks like someone has, more recently than the others, pulled out the cork and put it back in again.
Am I able to uncork it and take a sniff and detect the type of poison? Being a rogue that might poison his blade or work with poisons, is that something I can?
If it is a poison that would give off a smell, it's possible. But if it's being mixed with wine, it's probably not going to reveal something like that from a simple smell.
Okay.
It's possible, but if it's a good poison, it wouldn't be. If it's appropriately picked and sourced.
I have 5% per level of determining the exact type of poison.
With detect poison?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So 40% chance.
40 or lower?
Wait, Luxstone?
No.
I don't think that matters. 1d100. I think I'm gonna roll high. All right, 40 or lower. Fuck it.
You nicked that one up,
All
I
right.
will take the ball. Neil, I can remember which merchant presented this one or not. I mean, it will have been in the basket that he will have given, probably got a note on it or something.
If not, we can do some memory shit.
It's in a basket. Give me an intelligence charisma check, Nick, to see if you can place the right guy who was doing the 5 roses wine. There's a whole There's a whole bunch of people there. You can't remember
attempting
which
to kill
one.
us. Are we cool with doing this real quick? I nap. I go into his memory. I figure out who it was. Vengeance them, and then we go. And kill
how
them.
do you dig around in his memory? Let's
just do it. Let's just do it when we come back. I mean, look how easily we've spotted this.
I have memory read. I have mind read. And I have detect wave thoughts or whatever. I think memory read would be the one.
We think that the merchant himself was the one that poisoned the wine, correct?
That's
We're
our
not sure.
best guess.
Okay, what we could do is when we come back, we could put out an advertisement. The McGarry family loved the wine so much, we want to get one more of every wine. Every legitimate merchant should show up, and the one that doesn't is the one that had the poison wine.
Seems
Right.
fair.
I have spells for travel today. Let's head to the North Grove and deal with this issue, and we can handle this on the way
cool
back.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go.
Let's
Keep a strong timeline of the days for the armor. But yeah, I'm good to go.
let's get 4 or 5 miles out of town, and then we can fly there.
All right.
So we walk out of the front gate, the north gate.
I
You
am
guys
going to
leave-
cast 3 unfailing endurances. Those are all cast on us. I'm
Alrighty.
gonna take an hour, so I'm gonna nap myself. And I'm gonna relearn. So I'm gonna relearn 1 nap, and then I'm gonna relearn 3 level 3 spells.
Okay.
There we go. So wanted to make sure that those are. Yeah.
Unfailing endurance, nap, and 3. What was it?
4th level spells. So it's probably gonna take 3 hours.
Cool.
So we'll leave around noon.
Yeah. You guys
Okay.
prepare yourselves for your journey to Lockhart Meadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get 4 or 5 miles out of town, and then I'll say, "All right, I'll fly us there now. Get ready," and I'll cast. Do I want to cast invisibility now? No, I'll just cast polymorph self and turn into a Pegasus.
Okay, and when you do this, you are attempting to be hidden from public view when you cast these spells, because you're on
We're
the
gonna be
road.
3 or 4 miles out.
Yeah, but there are people going up and down this road.
Yeah, I
trying to
won't.
figure-
I won't do it when there's anyone obviously close to us on the road.
Right. I just want to see how much you're trying to hide your fame, which is growing exponentially at this point.
I don't know.
If you're trying to
hammer.
show off, turning into different animals, just on the road outside of town, or if you're still trying to keep your details hidden.
As
It
we're
doesn't need to
going
be
through
super
town,
hidden.
I am not hiding it at all. As we go around
same.
town, I would like to peer through the crowd, okay? And this fucking bitch's vision, okay, the way she looks is etched into my memory. on one of the early episodes of this campaign, some woman screamed. Two dumb
Two
hippies
kids, yeah.
came up in the street with signs saying like, "Oh, you guys are deserters or
flowers.
whatever." Yeah, the flower things.
The white flowers.
Yeah.
Can we find them?
I just want to tell me if we ever come across them again if we see them. Okay, that's all I want to know. If we just happen to.
It's a
run into
big
them.
city. You'll probably never see them
Okay,
again.
that's fine. Just making sure. But if we happen upon them again, just let me know. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I stay above the canopy nail, and I won't fly directly over the village. I'll sort of circle around a little bit, and I want to get to the north side of the town and then land in the woods. But I'll circle around the town so it's not immediately obvious that there's a fucking Pegasus flying over the city, over the village.
Right. Got to stay below radar.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I land in the forest, maybe a 30-minute walk to the village, to the north of the village. I land down there. I'll turn back into me. Spell's probably basically run out by now anyway. And I say, okay, the keep is at the edge of the woods, about 30 minutes south of here. What's the plan? We can get to the edge of the woods, but they've cleared the forest around the walls for about 100 yards. We could get that far at least and make a plan.
I'll look to Tyrael.
Sounds agreeable.
I'll reach into my bag and pull out some diamond dust and granite dust and cast stone skin on myself.
Oh god, can I don't know if I would have said this or minor retcon or if this would need to be brought up. When I had the conversation with the guy about like following me or whatever, that would have only been in Wickthrun or Rentha. They're not gonna. I don't want somebody like following us around the world. I don't know if I needed to make that clear or not.
They won't be able
don't
to.
think you need to make that clarification.
Okay, so like somebody. Okay, just making sure. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to be able to follow you. First, they'd have to be able to, which they're not going to be able to, and then secondly, if they're following you like around the world, it's going to be super obvious and super suspicious. So they wouldn't intentionally
It's
reveal
not like
their
a
plans
guy
that way.
like peeking at us from the trees, watching him transform into a Pegasus. Okay. All right.
No, you're paying for quality service. You're getting quality service.
Good, true.
I cast stone skin on myself, and I say, well, I've got 2 invisibility spells for today.
There
is. We could try and get us all invisible if you want to try and sneak in. I suggest maybe the best way is to wait till evening time and then attempt that. When it's
I'm
dark,
not good
it'll
at
be
sneaking.
easier.
I'll point to my plate mail that I'm wearing because my other shirts.
Clang.
I think it'd be best maybe if Tyrael went in, invisible, found the way, and then I can etherealness us, and then we can get in that way.
Could work.
Yeah, I nod. Seems agreeable.
Invisible to him and let him scout it out.
All right, we'll wait here, Tyrael. Well, we're at the edge of the woods now, Neil, just before the clearing to the north side of the keep.
You can hear the thwack, thwack, thwack of axes in the nearby forest of locals chopping down something.
All right, I reach into a pocket and pull out some Arabic or gum of Arabic or whatever they call it, and then I'll pluck one of Tyrael's eyelashes and make him invisible.
Okay. Tyrael vanishes from sight.
Emmerich, while he's gone, should I nap you so you can make me invisible later?
If we're going ethereal, do we need it?
It lasts like 15 minutes, so.
I think we only need to get into the keep. Well,
yeah, but we need to get near enough that I can cast this and we can walk into the keep in 15 minutes, right?
Oh, it's closer than that right now. We could from here. We could get into the cellar from within 15 minutes. Yeah, it's
18 minutes. Okay.
If you were able to walk past all the guards and have no troubles and moved quickly, you could jog to get into the cellar. But you want it to be like a little bit more than 100 yards out from the keep, right? So
yeah,
you can walk 100 yards if you're unencumbered in 1 minute. So it'd be 1 minute to get to the keep, and maybe 2 if you're a little bit farther, and then whatever time to get past the wall and into the cellar. So it should be fine.
Okay. All right, Emmerich, I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
My plan is to just find how to get to the princess person, basically, in this keep, or?
You probably need to find out how to get us in. So we're not going to be able to etherealness through the stone wall that I'm sure that the keep has. Is this a walled keep?
Yeah.
They said
Keep
it was
made
a
of
wooden
stone, yes. So you can't.
You're going to
ethereal
need
it.
to set up a rope somewhere that people aren't going to find it so that we can climb up.
Okay, I might
No,
have
there's no way. There's no
initially.
climbing because the windows are barred and with glass. We're gonna have to try and go in through the cellar. I
Okay,
think.
find the cellar, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm just basically looking for the cellar entrance. Do you want me to go any further?
Yeah, you
Scout it out.
need to work out how to get from the cellar into the keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give him the necklace.
What necklace?
The amulet.
Yeah, I'll take off the recall amulet and hand it to you just in case.
To go to Azeron's lair?
Well,
mean,
yeah, if
better.
you don't, I mean, it's better than dying in there, right? Like, let's say for some crazy circumstance, Tyrell, that you are gonna die, you might as well use it.
Will I have a worse chance though in Azeron's lair? Like if I go there and there's a ton of monsters there, won't they just like they'll actually?
Our friends are there, right? Our
The giants.
giants, they're friendly. It's a better chance than if you get ambushed or something. It's a last chance ditch.
Okay, I'll pocket the amulet or the necklace.
If you don't come back in 2 hours, we'll assume the worst.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Tyrael, off you go by yourself across the clearing towards the palisade wall. The gate actually faces, what do you call that direction? West. So you'll have to come in and do a little bit walking around. You'll get a good view of some of the fields. You'll see the local peoples going about their business. You'll see a group of lumberjacks felling a few trees and then beginning to split the wood up into easier to carry or haul around segments.
Mm-hmm. As I walk around, the guards that are kind of patrolling the walls, I see some of these, I imagine, right? Just a couple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We see a bunch of them at the gate itself, and then a couple doing like patrols along the sides.
Yeah. Regarding them, do they appear to be pretty like on edge, like very cautious, or are they kind of like jolly and chatting with each other? Like, do they seem very on alert, or do they
No, each guard is on its own individual patrol. So there's like, group at the top, and then there's two other guards who are like doing crossing patrols around the backside. So they don't have anyone to talk to, and they seem like they are doing their due diligence. Like you'll see them occasionally glance over the side of the wall to look straight down along it, see if there's anything disturbed over there.
Okay.
They stop and gaze out over the sides. Like they're good guards.
Okay. Gotcha. So as I come to the gate, is the gate currently open or closed?
The gate is closed, but why don't we take our second break before we get too deep into this plan?
Sure.
All right. We will be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. So, you are going in on your own.
Sure.
Let's do it. You have approached the keep. You see the wooden walls. You see the guards patrolling along them. What's your first plan, Tyrael?
Sorry, as I'm walking around outside the keep, is that cellar entrance anywhere out here, or is it inside? It's probably inside the walls.
No, it's within the first wooden wall.
Okay. I guess I'll kind of wait for the guards to walk by. I don't need nobody looking at me because I'm visible, but so that nobody can hear me scale the thing. I would like to start climbing the wall and hop over. Also, real quick, because I have some first-hand familiarity. Does this wall look like some weird collapsing wall, like what was at the monk's place in Akubia?
No. This is a defensible palisade wall. On the other side, there's definitely going to be like a walkway that goes all around it. It's just going to have the nice pointy things on top. This is meant for stability and keeping people out, not alerting people to the presence of being walked in on.
Good. Okay. I will climb.
Yeah. Okay. Now your climb wall's chance is like 95, right?
It's 85.
85? Okay.
You don't get anything from Dex, right? Do you have your Dex thing on? I remember you having like 17 Dex instead.
But I already have some bonus from that, I think. I don't think I get a bonus to climb walls with my Dex, so it's at 85.
Okay.
I don't have my book with me though, so.
You have the spring and striding as well.
True, but that might be a lot of noise. Hearing an adult jump from one part of the wall to the other, maybe.
Yeah, but you're invisible. But yeah, should be fun. Worst case, you screen straight.
Just want to satisfy my curiosity about palisade wall climbing real quick.
In 5e, wall climbing is stupid as fuck, like awesome. Like, I think you could climb smooth marble with wall climbing as a rogue in 5e. I don't know what it's like in 2e.
I think if you've got enough skill and you roll a 20, you can still climb anything, basically, somehow.
Because 2e doesn't have a lot of built-in modifiers for difficult walls.
Yeah.
They have modifiers for easy things, like it's a tree, so here's a plus 55% chance or something, a plus 40% chance. But there's not very much like this wall. This is a palisade wall, so here are these great penalties. I think for this situation we're going to be in, you're probably going to have like a minus 20% chance to your check. So if it's 85, then you've got a 65% chance of climbing this without any problems or tools. If you had tools with you, like a piton and a hammer, or like what would you call it, like a climbing pick or something, you'd be able to do it, at your 85% chance. But without specialized tools, 65.
Let's roll well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
65 or lower on a D100.
Beautifully done.
Yeah. You make your way up and over the wall, after taking some time to find like the right section of palisade that has the largest gaps for you to put your fingers and toes in. You manage to scamper up the wall, wait for no guards to be around, pop over the top, and either gently lower yourself down or walk along the wall until you find a stairway down. Whichever you like. You can do both with ease and no threat of being found.
Okay. Once I'm inside, I would like to circle on the inside of the wall, and I'd like to look for an entrance to a cellar.
You can see a couple of guards over at the front door on the inside, hanging out, just chatting, shooting the shit while the people on guard, patrol and keep their eyes open. There are some people in the local, there are a pair of knights practicing their lance work at each other back and forth on a jousting area. There's squires standing nearby ready to replace lances as needed, and a couple of grooms to tend to the horses when needed. You can walk across the open terrain, staying nice and quiet over the din of trial of combat, and come to the cellar doors. They are right near the front door to the keep itself, and anyone glancing over here might be able to see the cellar doors lift up and out. But if you're just trying to slip in quietly and carefully, you can wait till no one's looking and pry it open just a few inches to climb on in.
Okay, can I go up? Does it look like there's a lock on the cellar door?
No lock on the cellar door.
Can I wait for a moment so that there's nobody there, and then can I try to slip inside?
Yeah, you can take a moment to glance around. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Also, can I do, while I'm on this side of it, can I put my ear to it and do a detect noise and see if I hear anything on the other side?
Yeah, give me a detect noise as well. The inside sounds very quiet. Nothing going on in there.
And then...
Yeah. You wait until you're reasonably certain that there's nobody looking your way. The knights, the squires, and the grooms are all busy with the jousting. The guards at the gate are chatting amongst themselves. The guards on the wall are looking to the other side of the wall. And the guards at the very, very top of the keep are looking out from the very top of the keep, not down the keep. So you seem to have a moment of freedom to open the door and slide yourself into the cellar.
Okay.
Are they like adorned in Verasi colors, or do they have marks of Verasi on them?
All of the soldiers here are wearing the trappings of their cavalry company, the Mares of Vorasi.
All right.
But that's
So-
legit. That's legit, right? That's a
That's
real
like a
cavalry
legit
unit in the
cavalry
army.
unit.
That's a
in
real
our
cavalry unit in the army. Yeah. The Mares of Death is a great name for your like cavalry to charge people down.
Yeah, for sure.
Once I'm inside, what do I see?
You hop on in, and it looks like a regular cellar to you. There's a stairway that comes down, along with like a little doubly slanted area to roll barrels down. In here, you have food supplies, grain supplies, hay, all the things that you might need to supply a kitchen and a keep with food and resources. Just kind of tucked away in various cases, sacks, barrels, whatever it'll need to hold things. There's some tools stacked alongside an area, gardening supplies, extra lumber, hammers, shovels, pitchforks, that sort of thing.
Okay.
You can gaze around the area until you find a door on the far side, kind of through a little bit of a pathway that must lead into the keep itself. But this door is clearly locked.
Well, I'm clearly a rogue. I would like to go up to the door. I will put my ear to it, and I will do another detect noise if I can. Do I hear anything in the or I can roll, I guess. Hold on.
Please do. Yes. You can hear the distant echoes of what it sounds like kitchen work, the clanging of pots and pans. They're removed by the thickness of the door and also by probably like a stairwell that leads up into the keep. Just to get a little bit of reference here. We're at ground level. The cellar is underneath ground level, and the keep, the first floor of the keep is actually situated about 5 feet above ground level. So you have like the entire height of the cellar plus the first 5 or so feet of the keep that would lead you up to the kitchen. So they're about 10 feet above you ish.
No problem. I guess I'll do
15 feet.
I wouldn't expect this door to be trapped, as people are commonly moving to the cellar, but I'd find remove traps anyway, I guess.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any traps on this.
Okay, and then I will try to pick the lock.
You succeed in picking the lock. The door itself is made out of, or is banded with metals all the way around it, like thick pieces of metal that wrap around it. Wooden on the inside. So
pieces of
the
metal.
door is picked.
Does that mean that thick pieces of metal can't be traveled through on the ethereal plane, or they can be?
Thick pieces of metal can, of bandings this thick, probably cannot be. The spaces between them are too thin. You would expect to be able to pass through ethereally.
Okay, so
And the metal looks like it's intentionally thick enough to disrupt ethereal movement.
Gotcha. So the path that I'm on right now, the path stops here basically for where I would expect them to be able to make it to ethereally.
Correct. They could easily make it here into the cellar without any problems. You could walk right through the first wooden wall, and you could walk through the wooden doors into the cellar. But once in the cellar, you would need mundane means to access the keep.
Okay, no problem. I understand. All right, I'd like to go up, I guess, into the head of the kitchen. I want to stay out of all the common traffic or whatever, of course.
You find that in addition to being locked, the door seems to be barred from the other side.
Oh, so I can't.
And those were just bars, right? Like metal bars?
Well, he said banded metal, so like metal built into the door itself is what.
Right.
Oh,
So
built
like
in.
metal strips built into the door to
So
reinforce it.
you're not going to be able to bend those, right? With like a strength check? With like
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Now, barred gates and doors are difficult because they're not pickable since they're not a lock. They're just something set into it. In the right situation, you might be able to move a bar off of a gate. Like if there's a set of double doors and you can squeeze something between the doors, you might be able to lift the bar. This is just a single door built into the frame. So you're not going to be able to poke any tools into the door frame anywhere.
But knock would work.
Okay.
A knock spell would
would work,
lift the bar off of its holders and make it fall to the ground. But a knock spell would probably make some clattering noises.
Can I the lock that I have picked is built into the door. It's not like a padlock, right?
Correct.
Okay. Can I wait for maybe like 2 minutes to see if anybody comes to deliver anything down here into the cellar?
You can, but you won't see anything in 2 minutes.
Okay. If I look at how everything is stacked, does anything seem stacked like relatively precariously, like maybe a little carelessly, or is it like pristine condition, or?
Yeah, there's something that, maybe isn't exactly the best stacked. There seems to be a tray that has some bottles of wine, like it was meant to be brought back up, but then someone got interrupted and didn't have the time to bring it up. And it's just like left on a couple of barrels.
Okay. Do any of these containers look like they might contain any food?
Yes.
Okay. Can I investigate around the corners of the cellar? Can I look for are there rat droppings? So I want to figure out if there might be mice or rats down here, maybe?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
They're absolutely mouse droppings.
If I need to pick the lock into one of the boxes, I'd like, if I could find cheese, that would be perfect. Or some type of crumbly food that I could crumble over the tray. And then I would like to push off one of the wine bottles, maybe smash it on the ground. I want it to make a decent noise. And then I want to step back and see if anybody comes into the basement area.
There's just a wheel of cheese sitting in its wax up on a shelf.
Okay. Yeah, I'll push off the bottle of wine. I'll see if anybody comes down. The goal to make it look like, a rat climbed up on the thing looking for food and knocked over a bottle of wine.
It appears it's too noisy in the kitchen. The sound did not travel through the door and up the stairs and past the din of the busy workers.
Okay, well. I'm racking my brain for, I guess maybe... I'll wait 10 minutes, and I'll see if I hear anybody come down.
Yeah. About 8 minutes later,
Okay.
you hear the sound of footsteps, the bar getting lifted, the door swinging open. Someone walks on in, puts their hands up in dismay at the broken wine bottle.
Real quick, as he opens the door and is looking around, can I just kind of slide in behind him and walk up the stairs?
Just give me a move silently check.
Move silently?
Yeah, move super silently. I mean, again, a failure here doesn't mean they spot you,
Oh,
but
shit.
a success here means they cannot spot
No
you.
problem. I don't know why I leveled this stupid fucking ability, but here you go. It's really high.
All right. There's no way they hear you as you slink around them and make your way into the stairwell. You'll notice that there is a key ring right on the inside of the doorway that must open the lock on this door, and a single key on the ring hanging there.
I already know how to pick the lock, and there's a bar on the other end, so this doesn't really help me. I can't see any way that I could use this, correct?
No, guess not.
Okay. Is there any space above or below the door at all, or is it airtight? Well, let me get to my point. I'm sorry. My question would be, so I know the position of the bar behind the door. If there's any space on top, is it possible that I could use my magic rope and direct it to go kind of squeeze up through the door, drop down, and then pick up the bar so that we can open it from the other end? Or is it not enough space up top? I don't know how tight the door would be.
So the door is built into a frame a little bit oddly. If you look at Wicthron Renta, you'll see that this here with the weird rectangle on the left side, this shit over here is the cellar side. This is the stairway side.
Okay.
Over here. And the door is positioned in such a way, I'm drawing these stairs all fucked up, that it will open, it'll swing towards the stairs. Sorry about that.
You're good.
But it won't swing the other way. And there's a little bit of a rise blocking the doorway. So it's not airtight, but it is there's a physical, does this picture make sense to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
This is a
okay.
step, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a step on the top and the bottom and on both the sides. So the door exceeds the width of the doorway.
Okay, I understand. Are there any effects laying on the side here? Maybe a pile of rope already? I can command the rope through a wall or whatever, right? I can just say rope coil or whatever if I wanted to. You don't need to be touching it, I don't believe, for it to work, right?
Which ability is this?
We have that magic rope, right?
Wait,
Yeah, that magic rope.
Yeah. So if you were to leave your rope here, you mean?
Yeah, if I were to leave it and come back later and say rope coil around the bar, rope lift up or whatever, with the rope move it up.
No, I think you would need to be able to at least see the rope to be able to command it.
Okay, fine. I go up the stairs. Fuck this place.
Cool. Yeah, you slip up the stairs into the kitchen. It is a busy place. but they're all busy on this side of the kitchen where the cellar door isn't, so you can easily escape the kitchen and be in the keep.
Okay, in the keep, important people living area. Where does it look like it's at?
Upstairs a few floors. You've been in many keep before. You can kind of understand how to make your way around this place. Let's just roll a couple of luck checks here. Yeah, you come across, you go up the first area to see a group of soldiers hanging around, settling in for what must be lunchtime. And of the group of soldiers, you do see the captain in charge of the keep, who must be Kel Lockhart here.
Kel Lockhart.
At the head of the table, hanging out with her soldiers, having a good time, chatting, making jokes about the war. Yeah.
Okay. Do I see any other, as I'm kind of like looking around through this place, are there any other ways like in or out? You said there are some bars. The windows are all barred.
Yes.
What kind of bars are these? Can I tamper with these? Or are they like, these are like fuck you bars?
No, they're like when you look at stained glass windows, you'll see that the stained glass is like set between pieces of metal, and that's how most of these windows are. They're like intricate stained glass design, or bits of metal holding panes of glass in between them. So you could turn them into entrances of egress or ingress if you were to remove the glass, which is theoretically doable.
Wait, so would you be able to get in through the bars then, or no, if you remove the glass?
Some of the windows are hinged and shut, so if you remove the glass, you could reach in and undo the latch and then open the window.
Gotcha, okay. Do I feel like I see upstairs where like the princess would be? Like I'm reasonably confident like...
You could continue to search the keep if you would like, but you have no idea where a princess would be.
Okay.
For what it's worth, Stephen, I can sneak under that door and open.
Yeah, I think that this is about as far as I need to go.
Yeah.
I feel like once we get inside, everything else should be pretty simple. Do I notice anything that might fuck the campaign over? So I guess I'm looking around. Do I see like any spellcasters that might be idle or?
Oh yeah, totally. That room where Kel Lockhart is. She's got her 7. What are the numbers here? 7 and 7. So she's got 14, 15. So there's 16 people plus Kel Lockhart in this dining room.
Okay.
1 wizard, 1 cleric, Kel Lockhart, and then a whole bunch of officers.
Okay. And do these people look like, do they have magical gear? I'm trying to see if they look like stacked or not. Are these guys buff? Or do these look like level 1, level 2? Not level 1 or 2, but like, do these guys look like formidable or?
Yeah, they look like probably level 4, level 5 fighters for the most part.
Gotcha.
At the moment, they're just wearing like casual clothing. They've got weapons at their sides, but they're not wearing any armor at this moment.
Easy.
The one cleric here is a cleric of Rossi. The spellcaster, the mage, is not clear if they are a specialist or not. They don't have any symbols that mark them from the outside.
Okay, gotcha.
We do it back. We do what we did last time, boys.
All right. I look around. Nothing else seems to be standing out to me. I think I'll just head back to the kitchen and probably make my way out, I guess.
Okay. You don't want to search the rest of the keep?
Well, when you say it like that, yeah, I'll head up upstairs real quick, I guess. Let me take a gander down the hallway, I guess. Sure. What do I see?
Yeah. You can search the various floors of the keep. You'll find many a guest room. There's a library. There's a war room. There's like another sparring room. Most of the doors are either open or unlocked, but you will find a few locked doors. One of them probably leads into Kel Lockhart's personal chambers, and within there is probably where the treasury of this area would be. You will find another locked door in one of the guest room areas, and other than that, you can find pretty much anywhere you want in the castle. Everything else is unlocked and available for you to slip into.
Outside of Kel Assel's room, I want to do detect noise. Do I hear anybody inside? Thief, detect noise.
Nobody inside.
Okay, and then can I try the... Oof. Can I do a detect traps on the lock?
It is untrapped.
Can I just pick the lock but not open the door?
Yes. Success.
Okay, can I move down? I want to repeat this process for all of the locked doors. I'll relock them after, but I just want to like pick the lock. I want to detect noise, make sure I don't hear anybody inside, so nobody can hear me tampering with the lock. Then I want to pick the lock to make sure that I know I have the skill to do so, and then I'll like reset the lock and then just back up. I want to make sure I can get into all of these rooms. Yeah.
In theory, you can do this. It's just going to take you many, many hours to pick all of the locks while you're invisible.
Okay, sorry. I thought it sounded earlier like you said there were like 3 of them. Are there way more than that?
Oh, okay. You're just talking about the ones that are currently locked, not all the ones, including the unlocked ones.
No, because I'm sorry.
Okay.
The rooms I'm looking for, there should be one that is of obvious importance with an ornate door, something that I imagine leads to where the princess would be. And then there's the Kel one. These are really the only 2 I'm concerned about. If I feel like I can.
Right. Okay. Cool. So you can do both of them. Yeah. Give me another open locks check.
Also, I want to find remove traps on that door as well.
Sure.
And then
no traps found.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. I think this one is. Let me see. There's some sort of penalty for picking locks while invisible, I believe.
Really?
Really?
If there's not, there should be.
Don't you do it by like sound and stuff and feel?
You do it by sound and feel. Yeah.
It's not like you can see inside the lock.
You definitely don't need to see your tools to do it. You can do it by sound and feel.
Because you can't look into the lock while you're picking it, right?
Yeah.
That's true. It might just take you more time then because you got to find the right tools by feel.
Sure.
Maybe that's why there's no ruling on this that I can find. All right, that's fine for now. I don't have a ruling on hand. We'll just move on.
Okay.
Yeah, you open and pick the lock as well. This one appears to be an unused. No, you didn't open it, so never mind. You just picked it.
Okay, gotcha.
Whoops.
Does it look like an ornate door that would look like it leads to like a princess's room? Oh.
It just looks like an ordinary person's room.
Okay. Is there? Okay. In that case, I think I'm ready to. That you said there was a treasury in that Kel Pochi room, or that I feel like there'd be a treasure.
It's likely. That's usually where the treasury is kept, is in the Lord's, like in a room beyond the Lord's bedchamber or personal quarters.
Okay, that's okay. I'm out. I'll leave. So I'll head back through the main area.
Sure. Head back through the kitchens. Come back down to a door that has been rebarred into the cellar.
Okay. I can pick the lock.
You can pick the lock, and you can remove the bar.
Yep.
But once you go through, you won't be able to reset the bar.
Okay. And? No, you're right.
An observant person might notice that the cellar was left unbarred.
True.
And if it was the person who barred it the last time, I mean, it's a low chance that some servant has like just barred it and then they come back down and then like, it's not barred. Oh my God, invisible. Like, chances are low, but it's still more time.
Can I just like press my back to the wall and wait for somebody to walk by and go back into the cellar again and then I'll leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. A few moments later, someone needs to go down to the cellar again to grab, a bunch of butter, and you can follow behind them and slip through and out, and they'll close the cellar, and you can make your way back out, up and over the wall, and back to your brothers.
Cool.
Okay. Well done.
God, Tyriel's taking his time, Anton.
This could have been more than like an hour or 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I just, we're talking about you when you arrive invisible.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Yeah? Cyril's taking his time. I wonder when he's getting back.
I'll place my hand on Imric's shoulder.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh.
Hey, quiet, Imric.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, you're back. How did it go?
Went fine. I think I've identified a way into the keep. We have a minor problem, though. There's a door in the cellar, in the basement of the cellar, and there's like metal bands that are going to probably prevent us from entering ethereally. We can probably get down into the cellar through etherealness, but then we're going to need to make the rest of the journey in this plane of existence. I'm sorry to inform both of you.
If you can nap me, Anton, I can relearn polymorph self. I should be able to sneak under the door, remove the bar, so we can get past it.
I can nap you. I have nap.
We should probably wait for evening time anyway, right? I mean, did you find the captain's living quarters, Tyriel?
Yeah, I mean, I went through, I found... So, you told me that I had the 2 doors that were locked in that top room. When I was going... Did I sufficiently explore the rest of the keep? Such that if there wasn't...
Yeah.
And I didn't find a very ornate room where I'd expect a princess to be kept?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Yeah, I've located where Kelpochi is. Do we expect her to be here? Being held somewhere? Or am I just making this up?
Kelpochi's not here.
We already have Kelpoch.
Not Kelpochi, I'm sorry. Kel, the other guy. Did we?
Kel
princess?
Lockhart.
Yeah, did we expect
yeah.
the princess person to be here? Or did we not?
We have no idea.
We have no idea. Okay, just making sure. Okay.
Lockhart is supposed to know where the princess is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, but she might not necessarily.
And the items. And we need to find out about Janice as well,
Okay.
the Verasi cleric.
Yeah. I mean, I believe I found where he sleeps.
I nap at Imric.
All right, I will sleep for an hour. We're probably going to wait till nighttime anyway, so this shouldn't matter too much. Do we all want to be invisible?
Yes.
Are you gonna lose it when you polymorph? We all have to go down. Are we gonna?
Okay,
Are we going to ethereal in?
We have to at some point because I'm loud. Before I nap him, he casts invisibility on me at the very least.
Yeah. Well, Tyrael's still invisible, right?
Yeah, so I'm invisible now.
So I'll invisibility Anton, and then
nap
I'll
you.
nap. And do I need 2 lightning bolts? Probably not.
Definitely.
I'll take a suggestion instead. Okay. I've still got stone skin on because it lasts 24 hours. So I wake up, relearn these spells. Anton, are we going to go in etherealness? Yeah.
Yeah, the only issue is that I need to be probably the most silent when we're in the castle versus outside. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So I
Maybe
think we should etherealness once we get to the door.
How are we gonna get to the door?
I'm gonna have to sneak.
Sneak.
I'm gonna have to be quiet.
I look him up and down with his full havels on, and I chuckle. How are you gonna sneak over the wall with that without anyone hearing you?
How am I gonna get over the wall in the first place?
Well, we can help you over the wall if you're invisible. It's a simple matter of lowering a rope and pulling you up.
Okay, well we have 18 minutes, so I believe that it'll be fine. Let's just go in etherealness. It'll be fine.
I mean, can you walk through the wall with etherealness?
Yeah.
If it's made of wood.
No. Oh, if it's made of wood, yes.
The outside wall is wood, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so you
Then,
can
yeah,
just
that's
walk
no
through
issue.
that. So let's just get into the basement. We'll cancel the etherealness there, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm ready. I'm not invisible yet. I'll cast my invisibility once we get there.
I cast etherealness when we start going.
All right. It is a simple matter to walk across the plane while you're on the ethereal plane of existence.
Or running.
And make your way within the palisade wall and down into the dungeons, or the cellar, I should say.
All right, I wait for Anton to pull us out.
Pull us out.
Okay.
We waited some time for it to be dark, right?
Yeah, you napped
Yes,
and we said
it's
we were
probably-
waiting.
It's night.
Yeah, it's probably
nighttime.
getting
You guys
dark.
wanted to wait until nighttime? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, once...
Then I should say just a couple of details if it's changed to nighttime. There are torches along the at the entrances to the castle, to the keep, and to the wall. And the number of guards at night are twice as many as during the day, and they walk with bullseye lanterns along the walls to shine them onto the fields below. This doesn't matter because you're ethereal, but when it comes time, if it comes time for you guys to be out and about, there will be 4 guards on the walls themselves with bullseye lanterns, gazing about.
Is that normal that there would be double the guards at night?
Not during times of peace. During times of war, yes.
Okay, we're in
this
war
is
right now.
well within operating. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
all right, once we're back in the material plane, I will cast invisibility on myself. Just tracking spells here.
Wait, you can
Great.
go invisible, then polymorph yourself, then stay invisible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Yeah, no, it is fine. Unless the rules have changed. I invis myself, I cast polymorph, and I'll turn into... What else other than a spider?
There's no size limit on polymorph, is there? Can you become teeny whiny?
Anything as small as a wren or as large as a hippo.
There you go.
What is a wren?
A very small bird.
You don't know what a wren is?
Yeah, so I turn into, probably a relatively large spider, but about the same size as a wren. And
Tarantula.
yeah, crawl under the door.
Yeah, I think I don't think we got that drawing of the door where the door is flush against the frame itself. I don't know if a tarantula is going to be able to fit through that.
Okay.
Yeah, you said it wasn't airtight, but
It's not airtight,
Correct.
but I think it is more than Ren tight.
you don't think it can fit up here and over?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, the
So-
bar on the door keeps it pushed all the way against the stonework.
I stand there awkwardly, scratching my head.
Hey, wait.
Are we
Yeah,
invisible? You and me?
We're invisible. Yeah. We all wait.
Yeah, just
Your brother's got it figured out. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
2 or 3 minutes pass.
All right, I'll turn into a mouse instead, Neil.
Okay.
Mice can like squeeze through small gaps, right?
They can squeeze through small gaps, but I don't know if they can squeeze through a door firmly pressed against stone like that.
Emmerich, there's probably another entrance. Look for mouse holes in this room. There's probably another way through that mouse hole that you can find it into like the kitchen, from here to the kitchen or something. It doesn't have to be through this door. Look around.
I start mousing around, looking for a mouse hole or something. I guess I scoot the edges of the cellar.
Yeah, you
there's
find a
mouse
couple of
rubbing.
cracks in the cellar walls, but none of them will lead all the way up into the keep above.
Interesting.
Okay, it's fine. We can handle it.
You can handle a single door, right? With
Or
the bar
can
on the
we?
other side?
Perhaps we've been defeated.
No.
By a single door.
All right, Tyrael.
All right. Okay. Wait.
handle
I turn back to me and say, I can't get under this door. It's flush with the stone.
Well, this is a big problem then, isn't it?
It's not that.
Yeah.
Do we hear any? Is there any active? Wait, it's not a problem.
No, we just make noise and someone will come down and open it.
Well, but we came in at night, so I assume everyone is sleeping. Are there still people upstairs moving in the kitchen?
No.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Wait. Hang on. I turn into like an ooze of some sort, Neil. We fought one in Caldonia. I'll turn into that, and then I think I can squeeze under it.
Ooh.
No. Ooze. I'm so
Strange.
sorry.
Can you do that? Can you turn into oozes?
Yeah, it's actually that's one of the things it mentions in the description.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He could change to a black pudding, which would enable movement under doors or along halls and ceilings. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, a black pudding can seep through these hard presses against the walls. They're tiny little, where the grout of stones meet together. There's like a smallest of a gap here, and the black ooze or whatever type of your Caledonian ooze, I think, can slowly leak through this. It will take time. It's not a fast entrance, but it is a successful one. And after
right.
about 10 minutes of squeezing, you can find yourself on the other side.
I'll turn back into a spider and like climb up the wall and sit in a corner of the thing and look around, make sure there's no one here. There's no light, right? It's dark.
It's dark. You're at the bottom of a long staircase.
All right, go back to the ground, turn into me, quietly lift up the bar and slowly push the door open.
Or walk through.
All right. Party's within the keep.
I hand Tyrael the bar, like tell him to close the door quietly.
Okay. Why are you handing me this? You can't close
Just
the
because
door?
you're quieter than me, you're quieter.
Okay.
I do it, fine.
No, that's fine.
Myself.
Hey, if you want me to do it, I can do it. That's fine.
All right.
Stop bickering.
Yeah.
I turn
close the door.
back into a spider and I say, I'll follow you. And I'll just like crawl along the edges of the,
You should
the
scout
wall.
ahead.
You can't follow him.
Oh, everyone's
invisible.
invisible. Okay, instead then, I guess we'll hold hands or conga line through the keep.
Clanging as Anton occasionally
Now,
bounces.
it can't be
into
that
stone.
bad, Koibu. Okay, I'm trying to be
No, it's not
quiet.
just like bang, bang. But if you're invisible,
Yeah, it's like-
you can't see
Do
exactly
you really
where your
need
body
to
is.
wear
You
this armor right now?
bump into your brother, or you don't
Yes, I'm
realize
not
your
taking it
pauldron is
off.
sticking out far enough to like bump into a stone wall beside you. It's not, alerting everyone within a mile to your presence, but at any given moment there could be a a scrape of metal or a kick of steel-toed boot or something.
We might have to sneak into a guy's bedroom. You need to wear this for this?
Yeah, because I'm not wearing it and dying. So you can put me in your bag of holding if you'd like. And
I'll be a Ren and be on Tyriel's shoulder.
Okay. Does he wanna? How much do you weigh with all your shit again? I can hold over 400 pounds right now. I can hold you and all.
1 sec.
I won't. Of course, I would not hold his bag of holding though.
245.
Okay. If you want, I can carry you around a bit.
Yeah, carry me around, and we'll put the bag of holding in my backpack. I'll hand the backpack to Tyriel. Put this on your back. I get in.
Okay, I'll sling it over my shoulder, and with some finagling around, because we can't see each other, maybe a few curse words at the bottom of the dark stairs.
Perfect.
Cellar. Yes, I will slowly get him in the bag. Yeah, I guess. If I can, I'll pull his head up so that I can walk with him so that he can kind of like look around and see what I'm seeing. We can all talk to each other.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I can't
Love
talk in my form, but I'm on the shoulder.
Okay.
All right, Tyriel, you are moving the whole party.
All right, we're walking up through the kitchen. Everybody's asleep? Everybody's chilling? Okay, walking into the main room. No activity, or are there any guards patrolling in here?
No, you get up to the kitchen. It's empty. Not a peep in sight. Maybe like a little mouse hanging out on a tabletop. Where do you want to go?
Okay, yeah, so I guess I lean down and I whisper to Anton. Upstairs is the, Kel Lockhart, right? Kel Lockhart's room. Should we head to his room?
Yeah, let's deal with him first. Rip and tear.
So what is the goal here? Are we just trying to knock him out and bring him back with us?
Yeah, he's gonna need to go in the bag of holding, so we can put him to sleep and knock him out. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, I'm trusting in you too. All right, I will slowly walk up the stairs, moving quietly. Can I stop? Can I stop to detect noise? Do I hear anybody moving about here? Are there any little creepy crawler, sleepwalker dudes or anything?
As you get to the second floor, the floor that has Kel Lockhart's room in it, you can hear from some of the guest rooms some late night noises of people carrying on conversations deep into the night.
People banging.
Do I? Oh,
No.
Do I hear anything of
Just
interest?
chatting.
Can I stop for a minute? Do I hear anything of interest that they're talking about? Anything that might catch my ear? Anything relating to a princess?
They are discussing saddles.
Cringe. Okay.
Yeah, and the difference between an Eastern and a Western saddle.
Okay, gotcha. I will continue on down the hallway until I come to the room that is Kelpochi's room.
Kel Lockhart's room.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I said. Kel Lockhart. Sorry, my mic is lagging. Do I hear any movement from within his room?
Her room seems
Her
to be
room.
nice and quiet.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's only pronouns.
Gotcha. Okay. Whoa! Koibu canceled. Oh no. Okay. So, letting go of Sir Anton's head for a moment, I will. I'm familiar with this lock, so I will remove my lock-picking kit, and I will very slowly, very gently pick the lock. I still hear no noise from her room, from Kel Lockhart's room. I will slowly turn the handle.
Wait.
What?
Okay. I was going to say maybe I'll sneak under the door before you do this, just in case it sets off an alarm, but you already
I
did
already
it, so
did
that's
detect
okay.
traps, so if there's an
Yeah,
alarm,
yeah.
then we're super fucked. Okay. I will slowly open the door just a sliver to see if I can peek inside. Do I see anything?
Yeah, the door opens before you. You peer on in. It is an antechamber with a couple doors leading out of it. One of them along the long side of the antechamber must lead into the bedroom, and then there are two smaller, shorter walls that lead into separate rooms. One to your left, one to your right, and then the big door in front of you.
Okay, I will sneak into this room. I will very quietly close and lock the door. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just close the door behind me. And then I will reach into my bag of holding. I will think of my brother Anton's wonderful hair. I will pull him up a little bit so they can see inside the room. So it looks like there's one door that leads to an obvious nice bedroom and then two smaller doors, you said?
Yeah, so you're in a room that's kind of rectangular. The long wall is directly in front of you and it has one door in it. That's probably the door that goes into the bedroom. And then there's a door to the left and the door to the right. These go into who the hell knows what. But, it could be a treasury. It could be an extra small room. It could be a dressing room. It could be an extra bedroom, maybe even.
Oh,
be
whisper
anything.
to Tyrael. Rap lightly on the door that you just opened. And we'll get him to or her to come and open this one and just come and see who's there, and I'll handle it from there. Pull me out and I'll stand.
Why not just go into her room and knock her out when she's asleep? Wouldn't it be easier? We're talking
would be,
very
but-
quietly. Actually,
Yeah, very quietly.
very quietly, yeah.
It would be, but the picking may be somewhat odd and loud. I don't know. You'll know better than me. So if you want to do that, we can.
Yeah, I don't think the picking will be loud at all. Don't worry.
Okay. I'll get out of the bag of holding and I will just stand still.
Okay.
I have to be out for this.
Okay.
Yeah. I will ooze under her bedroom door and just wait.
You're
Okay.
Ooze now? How many polymorphs do you have?
It just lasts for like 3 hours.
Oh,
Three
you can just
times you
chain.
want.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's so
wait,
good.
wait. Before he oozes, I kind of like reach under and tap his oozy, whatever. Do you think it's not best?
All right.
I kind of like point to the other two doors. I don't want to speak. Okay. I don't want to speak this close to the door. Can I point to the other two doors and shrug my shoulders?
No one can see your shrug, but you can do it.
God damn it.
I know, being invisible is a bitch. You should maybe not.
Yeah.
I
No. You know,
Slytherin. I'm Slytherin.
oh yeah, you're Slither. Yeah, okay, yeah, because you didn't see shit. Okay. I will reach into my bag. I will remove my tools, and in a very quiet, stealthy manner, as I am accustomed to. Well, actually, first, because the door in here is already locked. Do I detect a noise? Do I hear anything on the other end?
Of the door into the bedroom?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Can
Seems quiet.
Can I quietly try the handle to see if the handle moves, or is it locked?
It is locked as well.
Okay, I'll take out my bag of tools and I will begin to work on the lock there as well. But
Am I out of
first,
the bag at this
I would
point?
like to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. First, I'm going to do a find remove traps check on the handle. Okay.
Sure. Untrapped.
I'll try.
Is the room dark on the other side?
There is a little bit of moonlight streaking in.
Is there bars on the window that the light's coming from?
The window is glass in iron and shut, so effectively barred.
Could it be smashed though?
It could be. The glass is not like our nice thin sheet glass
Yeah,
that
I
we
know,
have
but
today.
in theory.
In theory, you could bang around in there.
Is the alternative to something else like can fly up to the top of the room? Is she in her bed? Is she alone?
She is in her bed. She is not alone. She is accompanied by a man.
Cringe.
Okay, I will. In preparation, while they're picking the lock, I'll turn into me. I take out my bag of sand from my robes, and I will turn into an imp and carry up my small bag of sand with me into the air.
Okay.
Can I?
You are flapping your wings about in this room as an imp?
No, I'm just like perched somewhere, I guess.
Okay, you're just standing on the ground somewhere then?
On a wardrobe or something, maybe.
Okay.
Have I made my way into the
Or
room?
a fairy. A fairy, actually, Neil. Wait, does that work?
You gotta have seen a fairy. Haven't seen a fairy, right?
Okay.
Have you seen an imp?
You haven't seen an imp either, have you?
Well, we didn't play it like this in Hardcore Heroes about having to see the thing, but...
Yeah, but I think that's I think that's super fair.
All right, I'm human then. I'm just human. I'm
Perfect.
standing in the corner of the room or something.
Yeah.
Creeping.
Yeah.
Have I worked
All
the
right.
lock yet?
Go ahead and...
Pass his
Yes, you passed your check. Go ahead. You can open the door.
Quietly open the door, and I will walk inside.
I will ready.
Do you want to make me a move silently check? Just so that there's no chance that anyone hears you coming.
I mean, I'm gonna have to move in as well, but
Well, we probably we can do this.
Okay. So, as I understand it, Anton is in the atrium.
yeah.
Imric is lurking in the room with some sand in hand with ready to color spray. And Tyrael has crept into the room itself as well. Okay. What do you want to do?
Now I think we'd begin to execute the plan that these guys had for knocking them out.
Okay, I should be able to see, so I'm gonna cast Hold Person on them.
Wait, did you come into
Moonlight
the room?
streaking in? I don't need to come into the room to do it. I should be able to at least.
Yeah, there's range on that spell.
Yeah,
so
it's
you can just
good at
cast it from
range.
where you're standing in the atrium.
Yeah, I'm gonna be casting it on 2 people.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna roll at a -2.
Yeah. Well, let's get them some saving throws.
I would like to reach into my bag, Koibu. So I want to like ready this, okay? Ready this action. If I feel like some shit, I'm
Nice
about
rolls.
to like scream or something, I want to pull my silent stone or whatever out of my bag.
You don't
Great.
have a sandstone, right?
Oh no, wait, I don't.
We don't know. They're just
Yeah.
held though. But yeah.
But it doesn't matter because they're held.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They don't even budge. Your spell goes off without a hitch. No one seems to wake up. In fact, you're not even certain if they pass their saves or not because they're still asleep.
All right. So I speak up now. Do you think we can smash that window? We could fly out of here with her in the bag.
Why
Just
wouldn't we
me.
just use our amulet?
We'd go all the way back to the Draken Ridge and then fly from there. I mean,
Yeah. Is she
Yeah,
all that we came for?
It's further away though. We could get back to it from around to
Tyrell,
What?
let me hold your bag of holding. You go open the other doors. I'll talk quietly.
Yeah,
yeah,
go and
sure.
check. The girl or the belt and the shield might be here.
I'll begin tying them up.
okay, I'll can I go check the other 2 doors? Are they locked?
The other 2 doors, one of them opens into a bathroom that's just got a poop chute that goes down the side of the building, and the other is locked.
That's the
Was there an obvious key in the room where they were sleeping, like sitting on a dresser or hung up anywhere, or like maybe attached to a belt?
There wasn't anything obvious, but you could search the room looking for such things.
Sure, I would. If I'm gonna search, it's gonna be a quick search. So if I don't
Yeah.
find anything immediately, do I? So I might open like a dresser drawer or whatever real quick, or rummage through some clothes to see if it's underneath some like underwear or something. Or...
Yes, you can find that there is a key attached to Kel Lockhart's sword belt. Not her sword belt, her regular belt that goes through her pants. And she just like kicked off her pants, let them fall to the ground next to the bed, but the belt's still around them. The key's still on the belt.
Gotcha. Could I take that key and test the lock? Wait, but before I test the
Absolutely.
lock, find remove traps.
Yeah. Find remove traps.
Find remove traps.
Yes, there is a trap on this door.
Oh,
kind
yes.
What kind of trap is
Nice.
it? I think I can tell the nature and I can disarm it, or do I have to roll separately to disarm it?
It'll be a separate check to disarm it. This appears to be a magical trap. It will discharge some sort of spell-like effect if when the door is opened, unless some sort of condition. There must be some sort of like
Yeah.
thing that needs to be said or an action to be performed to prevent it from going off. But it is magically trapped.
Am I able to ascertain that as a thief, removing traps, or no?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure in the thief section that it says you can detect traps, magical and mundane, and you can disarm them both.
Okay.
Am I reading that section right?
Yep, I think so. I just checked my book.
You don't have your book.
Fuck.
It's up to the players to decide whether that means there are no traps or if the traps are there but the thief didn't see them.
Yeah. You should be rolling this the whole time, Neil, so he doesn't know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A thief can check an item for traps once per experience level, takes D10 rounds. Once it's found, you can try to remove or disarm it. It also takes D10 rounds. Die roll indicates success. The trap is disarmed. If it indicates failure, it's beyond your current skill. A 96 to 100 means you activate it. Sometimes, usually because the percentages are low, a thief will deliberately spring a trap rather than risk a botched disarming attempt. This skill is far less useful when dealing with magical or invisible traps. Thieves can attempt to remove these traps, but their chance of success are half their normal percentage. So what's your current percentage to find remove traps?
Okay.
90?
Yeah, I'm gonna retcon that. I passed the roll, but if I know that, I wouldn't have tried that roll. So I would probably.
Yeah, I was going to roll it in secret on the disarm myself.
Okay. Yeah. So I wouldn't
So
actually.
you
try that.
can tell it's got a magic trap. Do you want to do something about it?
No.
You have a 90% chance you wouldn't do it?
No,
No,
because it could be
45
an
on magic.
it could be an alarm, and if it's 45%, that yeah, we're fucked.
45. Sorry.
Yeah. Can you describe to me again? My character, of course, remember this. This ring of seeing that I have. As I switch fingers with it, what does this show me again? Is it only like hidden like doors and entrances and whatever? Like, will it show me traps and stuff, or?
ring.
Because I think this thing is supposed to see a ton of stuff, but I don't remember.
You see all things as they are, basically.
Yeah, I don't remember if
Whatever
this
that
like
means.
sees like magical items too and everything. If it will show people glowing, I don't remember if we tried that or not.
If it does, yeah, you need to look around the room. I gotta take that shit.
Ring of Seeing. Once each day, the wearer of this ring can see all things plainly as if the priest's true sight spell were cast. All classes may wear this ring. The ring lasts for, I think it was like 3 turns. So, true seeing. It is a 5th level cleric spell. Spell penetrates normal magical darkness. Secret doors become plain. Exact location of displaced things is obvious. Invisible things become quite visible. Illusions and apparitions are seen through. Polymorphed, changed, or enchanted things are apparent. Even the aura projected by creatures becomes visible so that alignments can be discerned. Further, the recipient can focus his vision to see into the ethereal or bordering areas of adjacent planes. This range of vision conferred is 120 feet. True seeing, however, does not penetrate solid objects. It in no way confers X-ray vision or its equivalent. In addition, these spell effects cannot be further enhanced with known magic.
When I use this, do I see anything obvious about the trap? And then I'd probably go...
Don't think it tells you anything about the trap that you don't already know.
Okay. I'll go back into the room and I'll ask both brothers. I'll alert them. There's a magical trap in the other room. I think I can disarm it, but I'd give it maybe a 50-50 chance. It could be an alarm spell or something.
Look around. Do you see any other magic items?
Is it on the door itself or on the entrance to the door? I could sneak under the door and see what's there.
I should
It
be able
is
to know that.
on the locking mechanism.
It's on the handle itself.
Oh, you could sneak under as an
Let me take a look.
Okay.
Tyrell, look around this room and all the rooms that you can for magical items.
I don't know. Wait.
Also-
I don't think that true sight shows me magical items, does it? Or did you say it did?
It says it shows like the aura of
Magic.
Oh.
magic.
Do I see any?
Also, guys, they might be held, but they can still hear. Unless we want to kill her partner there, we should probably not reveal
both
too much
coming with
information.
us.
We're bringing both. So.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. I'll leave you to it.
Yep.
I sneak under the door.
I'm gonna say this one more time. They are being bound, gagged, tied up, and I'm putting them both in the bag.
My bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick, when you try to slip under the door, you will find that the door is enchanted with some sort of seal portal type spell effect that prevents the passage of small creatures, objects, liquids, or gases as long as the door is closed around the cracks.
Damn.
This was not present on the downstairs door, but it is present on this door.
Okay.
Are there any spells that give me a bonus chance to pick, like Blessing or fucking Luckstone or anything like that?
I don't have anything that
I
can
don't
give
think
Do we
so,
have
no.
Dispel? I come back, like, bouncing away from the door. I'll turn back into me and say, the door's enchanted not only with whatever this trap is, but I can't pass it. Do we have a Dispel magic scroll? Or
No.
Anton, can you cast it?
No, I can't cast it right now. What we can do, I put the guy in the bag. I put the girl in the bag. How about we pull the girl out? We just make it like we're trying to rob the armory and threaten her life. She'll open the door for us. We'll take all the stuff and amulet.
We'll get her to open it. Let's wait for the spell to run out. I can make
When we
her.
take her out of the bag, isn't she going to start screaming?
Probably
Well, she's held. She's held.
She's gagged also.
Oh. So
no.
how are we going to ask her to open the door then?
I have a suggestion spell.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well,
I will.
all three of us walk up to the door.
I pull her out of the bag. She's gagged at the very
Are
least.
are 2 people in the bag?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've put both of these people in the bag.
Correct.
The bag has enough weight to hold 2
Hero
humans,
said it can
right?
hold.
I can hold about
400
over
pounds.
400 pounds right now.
Perfect.
Space.
Yep.
Yes.
These people's combined weight is not 400 pounds.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, so you put them both in the bag. You pull one of them out. You pull
lady
Kel Lockhart out. You are visible, Anton. The other two,
Wait, why?
I believe, because you cast Hold Person, and that will break invisibility.
Yep. Okay, sure.
But the other two are still invisible, I believe.
That would
Right?
be
Neither
correct.
of you have
Yep.
done anything combat-y.
Nope.
Correct.
Okay.
You can put a
I
cloak. You
will-
can put a cloak or a mask over his face. We're in a room. There should be clothes if you want to.
Yeah,
And it's dark in here as well.
Yeah,
Sure. Okay.
Well, we're
I have my
taking her
plate
with us
helmet
anyway.
on, so doesn't matter.
Well, so we stand her up. We wait for the Hold Person spell to run off. She's gagged still.
She's gagged and bound.
Yep.
And I wait for us to start wiggling, once the spell runs
Yeah,
out.
I will go
Yep.
like this. To
You
her.
can tell when the spell is worn off because she does start to move and struggle against her bonds, and there are some deep gruntal,
I will say
noises
to her, quiet or you'll be killed.
Let me just check the material component for this.
You've got like 100 pockets, don't you? You should have it.
No, I've got it. I just want to narrate it. So I reach in,
okay.
pull out a snake's tongue. I'll put a hand on her shoulder, and then I guess hold the snake tongue up in the air and wave it around a little bit and mutter the magic words so it disappears. And then I say to her, "I'm going to ungag you, and I suggest you quietly show us how to open this door without setting off any traps or raising any alarms."
She doesn't need to see the snake in order for the spell to work, right?
No.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, there's a bit of honeycomb as well, sorry.
I'll cast. I hear him, so I'll cast Recitation quietly. I'm gonna do this so she has a -2 penalty on the roll.
And I guess I turn visible when I cast Suggestion.
You will, yes. Okay, so you cast Recitation first.
Yeah.
It's a coordinated effort between the two of you, and then you cast your spell,
Suggestion, yeah.
and she gets a save at
It says-
-2 from Recitation.
-2 from Recitation.
And also some penalties if you consider it to be a reasonable suggestion. I'm not sure if you do.
What was your suggestion?
That she show us how to open the door without raising any alarms or setting up any traps.
Yeah, I don't think that warrants any bonuses or penalties.
Yeah.
That's definitely not something that she would normally do under any circumstances, but it's not like also murdering herself. So here's her saving throw, which I should probably keep secret, but she fails anyway. And, well, she's bound
Yeah.
and
So
gagged,
once
so
I
she can't
see
do it.
once I see the spell has worked,
The eyes gloss over, yeah.
I'll take the gag off and start unbinding
I'll
her
untie her
hands.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. She walks to the door, reaches her hand to the doorknob, and turns it. And the door unlocked. Well, I guess it's already unlocked. The door opens without any alarms or spells going off.
There she
I
goes.
push-
And I will need
Sure.
you to roll me a d10, Nick.
Save or die. Don't fuck this up.
I have to say that. D20, it's a surprise. Ha! Shit.
All right, you beat her initiative. She begins to shout as soon as she is full under control of herself, but Nick wins initiative here.
Wait,
and
do
is
I not
able
have something
to-
too? Because I have Hold Person and shit.
Well, I think you're surprised, maybe.
Yeah, Nick was
Okay.
I'm giving Nick a chance to do this because he was the one controlling her and has knowledge of exactly when the spell might wear off and whatnot. Well, you guys are sort of, this isn't your domain exactly. So you hear her begin to shout, but you are fast enough to get to her before she shouts out too loudly. How would you, if at all, like to interrupt her attempts to defeat your non-detection?
I Cold Spray. It only hits one target.
Well, you only need to hit one target.
Yeah.
She is 5th level, so she
she's
doesn't
out.
even get a save. Yeah, she just poof, hits the ground
Tie her back
with
up,
only
Anton.
like a given out.
Okay,
She's out for maybe another 5 minutes or something like
I'll
that.
tie her back up.
As that happens, I'll go in immediately. My true seeing should still be active. Do I see anything emanating a magical aura in this room?
Yes, you do. you can see what appears to be 4 potions neatly stacked in a decorative box with some soft padding on it. And then you also see what must be the treasury of this little fiefdom over here.
Okay.
It looks to be maybe, I don't know, 5,000 gold, a few thousand silver, a few thousand copper, a couple other things here and there.
No shield wall, though. No belt.
No shield, no belt, just the potions.
I cast Detect Magic and look around the rest of the room while Anton's tying her up.
The Girdle of Giant
suites.
Strength's in her bedroom, kind of kicked underneath the bed partially.
Yeah, I'll grab that. What about the shield? I see that anywhere.
No shield.
Okay, I pocket the belt.
Can you ask her about the shield? Oh, actually, can I'm just curious because I should be able to tell very quickly. Before he pockets the belt, can I just like slip this on real quick and then slip it off and see if it feels like it's equivalent in strength, weaker in strength, or stronger in strength to the belt that I currently have?
This is a +2 to strength belt. Your one is +4, so this is a slightly weaker version of the same magic item.
Gotcha.
I will take him into the other room. I'll figure out where the thing is.
Where the what is?
The shield, yeah. Just give me like 5 minutes. You guys can come in if you want, but
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, while they
I'll
do
guy
that
with
in that room, I'm gonna go to the other room. I'm just gonna start scooping all the gold and all the treasure and everything.
Wait. Tyrell, this gold belongs to the town. I don't think we should steal it.
This particular doesn't it belong to like these particular people who are like fucking traitors to us?
Let me clarify with Neil, but I believe you said this is the treasury of the fiefdom, right? This is the town's gold.
Yeah.
She might be a traitor, but this is the taxes from all the people who live here.
Kiddo, you should be probably going to other areas of this castle and see if you can find anything. You're the only one of us invisible.
I don't know if we're gonna find the shield randomly in some area.
Okay,
No,
well then
she's probably given it to someone or it's somewhere else.
Yeah, we should.
I take them into the other room.
Yeah.
I leave her bound and gagged. I pull the guy out, and I hold a. Hold on, let me see what I got. I'll hold my spear to his neck or whatever. Tell me where the shield wall is now, or I will kill him. I'll say to her very.
She's gagged.
Yeah, I know. I will undo the gag, and I will implore on her. If she screams, he will die.
Mystery and scum, there's no way I'm telling you anything. I'd sooner die at your spear tip than serve you.
How dare she?
I'll call in Imric. I'll regag her while I call him in.
Yeah, what's up?
She won't speak. She thinks we're Mystrian.
Let's just get out of here. We can always come back to this keep if the shield's here. How big is the window, Neil, if it was smashed?
The whole thing were smashed and like the bars pushed out, it would take a while to get it to that situation. But if that was done, you could get out. If you just break a section of glass without also affecting the bars, it's probably too small to get through.
Who can
cast Dictate on her? I have two of these.
Yeah. Real quick, if we don't get the shield now, we're never getting it. Just
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
It's probably somewhere else.
Well, she knows where it is,
Yeah, it might
so
be
if it's
here.
here, we need to know. There's no reason not to do this. I say to her, tell me the location of the shield wall.
And Sarah Harazim, Anton.
If I can add that, I will. If you don't want me to, then I won't.
Nope, it has happened. Spells an improved version of command.
She has -2 from
-2. All right, and you said tell me the location of the shield wall.
Yes.
She fails her save. I buried it under the church in town.
Okay, I will dictate again. Tell me the location of Sarah Nerazim.
Harazim. Yeah.
Harazim.
Wait, does he get to change? No, I'm just kidding.
She serves as the cleric in the village.
Huh, well, guess
I'll
we're going
look
to the
to
church then.
We're going to the church and we're going to get her.
And then she lets out a shout. And she waited until after the second dictate came through, when she hoped
Can
that
I have
she found
a
a moment.
reaction?
Yeah, I was gonna have you roll initiative against
because
her again.
I'm going to be trying to hold person her if I get a shout off. I think that's something super reasonable for you to be having. At least the material components in my hand. Just a
roll me
D10
initiative. D10 plus the spell speed if you're casting a spell.
So, well, probably the best.
Ooh,
Nice.
she rolls slow. Lee.
This isn't.
She's just all she's got to do is shout. She doesn't need any material, somatic components. Yeah, she gets her shout off. The moment after she begins shouting is when you begin intoning the spell, and she will be held moments later, but not before shouting from the rooftops that help intruders, and then she is silenced with the hold.
Real quick, I'll run to the door and I will lock it, and then I will say to my two brothers, well, time to go.
Time to go. We can come back here from
We
the
can come back.
from the dragon's lair, right?
I put her back in the bag of holding. Put the guy in the bag of holding.
I shook my head. We need to go to the church. We need to get that cleric.
Oh, okay.
How are we getting out? It's easier to travel from.
If
from
we
the lair.
leave now, they're gonna move the
Yeah, I
cleric.
agree.
We'll never get her. We have to leave. We've got to
Yep,
get her.
that's fine. I put her in the bag of holding and the guy in the bag of holding. I hand Tyrael the thing, and let's just move.
bag
Break
of
the
holding?
window and we'll go out.
Okay. I
We
smash.
can't break the window. It's
if you
barred. It's going
break-
to take too much time.
I can break
If
the
you
window.
break the window, it will absolutely alert all the guards outside,
Well, they're
without a
already
doubt.
loaded, so.
Okay, wait. I don't want to break the window then. Can I
They're not
slowly?
already alerted necessarily.
Can I break these chains, Koibu? Can I bend it back or no?
Bend what back?
The bars of the window. Can I open it up? Or like
You can do a Ben Bars check.
bend bar is a thing, right? I have 17 strength. I'm pretty
with
sure.
The bars,
17 strength.
the bars are in between pieces of glass, right? So you would need to remove the glass to even begin to bend the bars, and the glass is still intact. So the bars cannot be bent unless the glass is broken.
Do you have
Is there a
silence?
fire? Is there a fireplace in this room?
Yes, absolutely.
And there's a chimney then, presumably going to the roof.
Of course.
That's how we got to get out.
I could get out that way.
Tyrael can get out.
I
that way. We have the
I
magic
run
rope.
immediately. Go to the chimney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I can climb?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
know
God.
it's not great. But Anton, why don't you use the amulet and take Hare and this guy back to the dragon's lair?
Wait, we can just
Me
all
and Tyrael
go out
climb
the
up through
chimney.
Yeah, that's not happening.
We can
We're
just
gonna
all go out the
together.
chimney. Why don't we
Can
do
you
this
climb
right now?
out? Can Anton do that?
We have
Climb out?
rope.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anton is probably not going to be able to fit through the chimney with his armor. It's not a matter of climbing. It's a matter of the chimney is not that wide. You know, this is not a Santa Claus accessible chimney.
How long does it take to doff the armor?
Sure.
If we need to.
Imric would easily be able to get in and out as doing his shape changing. Tyrael might be able to scale this thing, but it would be, close call. If Anton gets out of his armor, you're going to have to leave the armor behind is the problem.
Okay, no. All right, I will reach into a pocket and so I'm going to say to Anton, I'm going to shrink you. We're going to get out. It'll last about half an hour. Once we're out, it'll wear off.
All right.
So you wear the backpack, right? Because that's going to be also a problem. So
Yeah.
we'll shrink that along with you.
Fuck. Why don't we just candle outside of town and then continue? Our location's already been found out. If we burn 1 inch of the candle, it'll be perfect. We'll be outside of town. We'll be able to go to the spots. Let's just candle out, and they will be spent looking around this area, and we can do the rest of our task. We're about to get teleported anyways. 1 inch of the candle
To avoid what though?
to avoid them detecting where we are at all. Because if we get out of this roof, they're going to be finding us. We're going to be seen.
Yeah, there's people on the roof as well.
Yeah.
I
Let's
agree.
just candle.
I agree.
Wait.
Sarah.
Okay. Real quick. When
But
you
we,
did.
wait,
When you
wait,
wait.
we don't know where to teleport to.
We can just teleport right outside this place. Hold on. When you detected magic inside the room, was there like a magical force field in the room that would have kept people from teleporting in or out of that room?
I don't think so, Neil. Right? No.
Okay, I would like to get. I want to tell everybody, grab everything that you can. Wait, the door that opened to that room, did it swing in? Or did it
Wait.
swing out? What?
Sorry, it's not gonna work because they won't be thinking of the exact spot. They'll get lost in some alternative plane when we use the candle.
Wait, they're in our bag of holding. Fuck them. We don't need their thoughts. No?
They're in the bag of holding. We don't need them. We've done this before.
I think we've.
We need.
No. We've done this before. You can teleport with people in the bag of holding. We know this.
When did we do that?
People transportation device. When Anton was knocked out, we put him in the bag of holding. We teleported with him. Wait, did we? Right, Koibu? We remember from our prior adventures.
Yes, we did.
But he was knocked
this
out.
conversation has gone on for a few minutes since she gave her first shout, but you still don't hear anyone clamoring
Yeah,
at
I
the
think
door.
we're fine. It was only like a second, right?
Okay, that's fine. I still just want to
She
get out.
shouted. Yeah, but it doesn't appear that anyone has been alerted by it.
But let's just all take a breath and calm down because we're not in any immediate
Imran,
danger.
You're pissing me off. How about we just teleport out of here?
It might not work. We might lose them.
Imric, we've done this before.
Wait,
No, you were knocked unconscious at the time. They are conscious.
That doesn't matter. They're in a bag of holding. They're an object. They can't be.
you don't have silence anymore, right? You can't cast that?
No, I can't cast it. I don't have it.
Can you nap yourself? Can you just sleep in a
No.
bed for a little bit? No?
I don't have it. I don't understand why we never want to use our resources. It's
Because we're not at the
It
final
is
boss
what it is.
yet.
yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
But
come up with a
what's-
plan. I'm over.
What's the disadvantage of just shrinking you and climbing out through the
Yeah,
chimney?
wait, why don't we
Because
do
you
that?
might be seen.
By some guys on the
Who's
roof.
looking at the chimney?
The chimney will, of course, exit on the rooftop of the keep where there are guards.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, obviously.
Okay, you guys
Well, I
argue
don't know
with
if you
yourself.
know this, but
I'll sit here.
smoke exits through the tallest point.
I think if we're gonna do it, we need to knock these two out so they're not thinking. That way, it's perfect conditions as to last time when Anton was knocked out.
Is that how this works?
I don't know but if we lose her in the ethereal plane, we're never gonna find out who this Janice is.
Okay,
that's
well,
the person
it's
leading
pretty
the
important
conspiracy.
that we get this part. So our well-studied wizard, if we knock these people out, can we teleport? And we're not gonna like lose them to some random plane of existence, right?
I think that's the safest option.
They are an object in a bag of holding. They are not going to be affected by this candle. They're an object. Just the same way as your sword is an object in the bag of holding, they are as well. They're an object on your person.
That's not how it works
That's
necessarily.
exactly how it works.
Can I, while these guys are bickering, can I go to the door and cast detect noise? I want to make sure there aren't guards like sneakily coming up to the door or something, or do I hear anybody gathering outside or anything?
What's your chance of detecting noise? 85, is it?
I
That was 95.
think it might be
95?
Let me check. Hold on. My detect noise is 95. Yes.
Yeah, you don't hear anything on the other side. I take it you're talking about the door from the antechamber to the outer section.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems
We
still
they're
is
in-
great.
we get them in the bag of the holding. Their heads are sticking out. Anton, Tyrael, hold the candle. Think of the spot where we were waiting for Tyrael before.
No,
Okay,
I don't
wait
know
one
why their
moment.
heads are
Wait one
sticking
moment.
out.
Wait one
'Cause I'm
moment.
gonna
I'm
close-
sorry.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
close by
Stop.
them, and
Both
then
of you.
we're gonna
Both of you.
teleport, and then
Both
it's
of you.
safe.
Both of you. Stop. Okay. I'm still invisible. I'm just gonna go out the way that we came in. Okay. I should be able to sneak through just fine. You two can candle into the village or outside of the wall. When we'll meet back at our last meeting point before I went invisible and came into the castle. Sound okay?
All right, I hand him the bag of holding and we teleport out. Yeah.
I color spray them first, Neil, just to make sure.
Why?
They're not with us anymore. Why would you color spray them?
Wait, sorry, Tyrael's taking the bag of holding. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
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 You and Anton teleport with 1 inch of the candle back to the spot 100 yards away from the keep, right?
Yes.
Let me
Okay.
subtract that.
You
I will
arrive
say
there.
before we teleport, Tyrael, just meet us at the chapel.
At the chapel. We don't know where the chapel is. No, we're gonna meet exactly back where we were before I went invisible and went to the castle. So we're all together. There's no tomfoolery, no dumb fuckery happens. That's what we're doing. Okay. It's good to stand up for yourself. Now's not the time, Anton. We're meeting right back where.
Okay,
Yes.
can we teleport? I just want to be done with this
Teleported.
situation.
You're gone.
Thank
You're gone
God.
from the zone.
Okay. I'm gonna open the bag of. Okay. Okay. I just want to. Before we leave, I'll open the bag of holding. Make sure it air it out a little bit. Okay. Make sure there's a lot of oxygen in there. Okay.
Woo, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, get in some breathing room.
I will detect noise. Okay, real quick. Actually, before I leave, does it look like she has any fine amulets, like personal jewelry in that room? Can I check real quick?
Any XP, Koibu, for him? He wants XP. Just tell him I.
Yeah, you want to start looking around for
No, I
stuff
don't
in
want to dig
here?
her. I'm just looking for something obvious. Maybe a fine, huge 24-karat diamond amulet she carries.
You know, she doesn't have a lot of fancy
Don't
jewelry.
care then.
She
Okay,
doesn't
I leave.
seem like
Don't
a
care.
particular
Gone.
feminine person to you. All
gone.
right,
I'm out.
You're done.
Okay.
You're out.
I would like to open the door, close it quietly behind me. I didn't hear anybody in the hallway. That detect noise is still active, so there's not like guards, a
Yeah.
ton of guards gathering. Okay.
No, it appears the shouts went unheard by the people through 2 doors, down a hallway, and in another doorway.
Okay, I would like to creep out right down that hall, 2nd floor, down the stairs, 1st floor into the main room.
Yeah, as you get down to, as you start coming down the staircase to the 1st floor, you see a servant coming up the staircase to one of the floors above. The hallways are thin enough that you can't really pass by the person without being spotted, without being like bumped into.
The halls are fucking this in the giant keep are this small?
Yeah, I mean, any hallway that's not like 2 people wide, you're not going to be able to. If someone walks down a hallway, they usually walk down the middle of the hallway, and you would be in a position to bump into them.
Okay, I see him at the end of the hallway coming. Okay, if this is a thin enough hallway that's too thin for 2 people to walk by, I'll put my hands
Yeah.
on one end and my feet on the other, and I will crawl up until I'm on the ceiling, waiting for him to walk up.
Ooh, excellent. Give me a climb walls check,
Okay, hold on.
which is, you've got a great chance of this one, right? This is easy to just position yourself and shimmy up. You shimmy up the sides.
Yeah.
They pass underneath you. Make me a move silently check to climb back down without making like a thwap on the floor when you land. And you land without any noise.
Okay, and then
Completely
I continue
ninja
down
by.
the hallway, down the stairs, into the kitchen, hopefully unmolested, and then down to the cellar door. I would like to open the bar. I don't give a fuck. I'll set the bar on the floor, and then I will open the door.
I mean, they're going to know that something's happened when the leaders are missing in the morning.
Exactly. So I go out. I will wait a moment. Can I detect noise to make sure there's not a guard like walking right by the cellar door? I understand there might be one looking or something if I'm unlucky, but I just want to make sure there's not somebody walking directly outside.
Yeah, you don't hear any sounds outside.
Okay. I would like to very quickly and very quietly open the door and just kind of shimmy out.
Yep, you slip in, shimmy out. You can see the lights on the walls of the people with the beacons, beacon lanterns, shining them around. You can even see lights from the very top of the keep shining down into the courtyard, but there aren't very many of them, and you're a master thief at this point in time.
Okay, I would like to go climb over the wall that I was at before, and then, or walk up the stairs and just hop down, I guess, or climb down, yeah.
Okay. This is going to be an issue of timing. You want to make sure that you can scamper up and over these walls before someone comes to look at you. There's not much you can do for pure luck, right? There's always a chance that someone turns unexpectedly and shines a light on you. But you can do the very best you can to time it so it doesn't happen.
How high up
I
are
want
these
you
walls?
to give me a... you have all the advantages in this situation where you can sit here and wait for people to do their thing. So I want you to make me a wisdom check with a +1 for every 2 levels you've achieved.
Okay, I can do that. But real
You're a
quick,
level
how tall are the walls?
20 feet.
Ugh, you're fucking me. Okay, that's fine. Okay, wisdom check?
Yeah, wisdom check with +1 for every 2 levels you've achieved. You're level 10 rogue, so wisdom check a +5 because you've got all the time.
Okay.
Oh, that's not including the +5, is it?
No, it's not. So it's 21.
So it'll be a 21. You will just narrowly time it well enough to slip between some people, up steps, and hop over the wall. And as you hold yourself by the posts of the palisades and drop down, some light beacons shine right over where your hands were moments after you drop to the ground below. And slowly you can scamper away from the keep.
Yep, I'm still invisible, right? So it doesn't matter. But I'm
Nice work.
running off to the
Oh, were you invisible the whole time? Yeah,
Yeah.
you never
Yeah,
you never did
I've
anything
done
to
it.
turn yourself visible, did you?
Yeah, that's why I was able to
No.
scamper up the wall for the guy to walk by me, right?
Right,
I was
yeah.
invisible, yeah.
Okay, perfect then.
Okay, real quick, I don't know if it's been more than 5 minutes. I just want to open the bag and air it out, make sure that pull head up real quick and then dunk it back in. Pull the other one up.
They're
dunk it back in real quick.
still held, right? Yeah.
I don't care. I just want to make sure they're breathing, okay? And then I'm going to run to our
Yeah.
forest, find my 2 brothers. I'll kind of make some noises. Hey.
All right,
We're
here.
arguing about if the bag would have affected it or not.
Argument continues to go.
Anton is clearly right.
As I get to both of them,
All right, okay.
I'll start to say to them, we need to find the cleric tonight. It has to happen within the next few hours before they realize
Yes.
that Cal Lockhart is
Let's
gone.
just go.
Let's go.
Can we just take 1 minute, Anton? I know you're upset. Why is she working in the cleric here? She's meant to be a prisoner.
I don't know.
These are great questions that we can ask when we've got more time to
After
ask
we get them.
Let's go. You
Yeah.
can ask her everything you want on the journey back. Imric, come.
Well, there's no journey back, right? We're going to teleport out with the amulet, right?
Well, then you can ask when we get back to the castle, okay? I'm sure the queen will set you
Yeah.
2 up with a nice play date if you want.
We go to the chapel, Koibu.
Yeah.
All right.
No, Corby's
How are you guys doing on time? Because we are at our ending point.
I'm all right.
We're fine. Nick's fine.
We're good. Yeah. next
Yeah,
one.
there's not too much left to do, right?
Yeah, okay, if we're good on time, then I would just like to ask,
Uh-oh.
how would it work, Koibu? Now, here is the ruling from MrMouton. They are an object. They're in the bag of holding. It doesn't matter if they're awake or not, because if they're asleep, and we go by Nick's logic that if they're awake, that they could be thinking of something else. Then if they're knocked out, they could be dreaming of somewhere else.
This is great fuel for people to shout at each other on the internet with. So why don't you leave your thoughts in the Reddit
I'll put it in the
/r/
Reddit, yeah.
Koibu Discord subreddit. Someone make a Reddit thread about this and argue, please.
It'll be a quick one.
Okay.
Newton criticism
Right.
1.
Yeah.
While they ponder about this, we are quickly making
And
our
for
way.
the record, my argument is just that it's not worth the risk. That's all.
No, I agree with that, but I think
Yeah,
it's just,
there you go.
yeah, okay, we agree then. Sure.
Yeah.
We're going. We're running to the chapel.
Okay.
That's the
You
sound of
guys
the armor.
make your way through the village at night. And Imric is
Two of
stone
us visible.
Visible.
Well, I've got another invisible spell which I will now cast. But a mutant is still visible though. Nothing I can do.
Okay,
about
so
that.
Mooted is visible and in plate mail coming into the village at night. The other two of you are invisible, and Imric is stone skinned.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll handle it all. Just let me fight the guards.
Wait,
I'm ready.
How are we gonna get
He
this?
just wants to kill.
How are we gonna get this princess out of here?
We teleport with the amulet back to the dragon.
She's
Back to
gonna-
the dragon's
Oh,
lair.
so we're hoping that she'll come with us willingly and everything.
Even if she doesn't, the amulet doesn't require you to be thinking the spot.
Okay, fine. Let's
They'll
go.
just come
Find her.
with
Boom. Okay, go to
True.
the church.
Okay. You make your way through the village.
As we're
You
running-
see a couple of random villagers late at night doing their thing, but they don't really seem to notice or care that there's a single man in plate mail walking through the village during the
Not
middle
walking.
of war.
Running.
Running. Okay, maybe if there's a man in plate mail running, you know,
Not only
like
am I
drunken
running-
villagers like, what the fuck
I'm
is
running
that?
at the speed of a horse because I have the boots of speed, so I'm running at 24 speed.
Yeah, so they might actually
Tomorrow
think it's
this
just a
man will tell people he
Yes.
saw an armored knight running at the speed of a horse.
ghost.
And no one will believe him.
Beautiful.
Also, I don't know if you want me to keep restating this, but every like 5-10 minutes, I keep taking their heads out of the bag to make sure they got plenty of oxygen. Okay.
I'm just waiting for the moment you forget to restate it so I can kill them.
Okay. Are we at the church?
Yes, you make your way to the church.
Okay, I say
door
quickly.
is open.
I say quickly to Anton. Anton, act like you're praying. Walk around the back. Try to see if you can find any unearthed spots where that shield might be buried. Me and Emmerich will go and search for the princess.
I will act like I'm praying and walk around the church.
Yep.
Find where it's buried.
Are you walking around the outside or the inside of the church?
I assume it'd be buried on the outside. Probably like.
Yeah, that's what I was. Okay, so you're just like praying outside in a circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he feels the sins he's committed has made him impure. He can't actually enter the church, you know?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And those of you on the inside are who I want to deal with right now. What are you guys doing?
Well, we go in and we start looking around. Does there look like an obvious sleeping quarters in here? Well, first,
Yeah, absolutely. It's got the same setup as all the other churches and temples in the area. It's got a big circular room with areas to all the gods, and then 4 rooms that go off of it. The back right room is where the head cleric lives. The back left room is where like priests and acolytes and lower ranking people live. The front left room is for like the treasury, and the front right room is for all the supplies. No, vice versa. The front left room is for supplies. The front right room is the treasury. So you know where guests would sleep, and you know where the head would sleep, and you know where these other things would be.
Yeah, so we go to the head room then, right? That's where the cleric would
That's
be.
smart. They said she was a head cleric. That's right. I looked at Emmerich real quick. I
Yep.
said, Emmerich, what's the plan when we get her? We need to bring her outside? Do you want to put her in the bag of holding as well?
No,
You'll
no.
notice one priest on duty,
Let me
a
talk
young
to him.
man, just kind of sweeping the area late at night. There's always someone awake in the church in case someone needs something in the middle of the night. And so you've got one priest here, just chilling, sweeping the floor, keeping the place tidy.
Let me talk
Fuck,
to him.
I walk inside real quick, and I say, Tyrell, hand me the true ring.
Well, when you walk inside, the priest will turn to see you because he's like sweeping the inside of the area. Oh, a visitor! So late at night. What brings you to Lockhart Meadows? Lockhart Meadows.
I'll
Son.
think better, and I was like, kind of fucked this up. All right. And I will greet him. I'll say, hello, I am a humble cleric of Velthara here, paying my respects to her.
My apologies, Father of Velthara. I did not realize who you were.
I'll nod. And your name?
I am Brother Sean.
Nice to meet you, Brother Sean. I'll,
What has brought you to our temple so late at night?
troubling thoughts. Good brother, troubling thoughts. I had a terrible dream, and feel like I'm needed here.
Well, you're here now. You're not part of Kel Lockhart's soldiers. I would have recognized you. I know they don't have a cleric of Velthara in their midst.
Who do they have a cleric of?
The lead cleric is of Varasi, but that's not important right now. Why are you here? What can I do for you?
As I told you, I'm here to pray. I'll look around. Is there an altar for Verasi?
There is.
Belthara?
Yes.
I'll walk over to it. Is your head cleric around?
Yes, Mother Sarah is asleep right now, though.
And I remember Sarah being the girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll nod, hoping Tyrael and Imric can hear all this.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk into that room, Neil, or at least scoot under it if it's within earshot of this guy.
As an ooze, you still have... Yeah, your spell's been less than 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you can ooze under the door, and sure enough, there is a person asleep in a bed.
All right, I will cancel my invisibility by just like kicking the wall or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go up to her and I'll shake her foot and say, Sarah, Harazim, wake up, wake up.
She rouses somewhat and looks at you and seems a little surprised at your presence here.
My name
what
is
are you doing?
Imric Magari. I serve the Queen of Drekis. I'm here to take you back, to save you from these evil men. Your family may have died, but there's still hope for our peoples. If you can return to the Queen, we can continue the alliance. I've been tasked with rescuing you. I wasn't expecting to find you in such pleasant quarters.
I'll say under my breath, Tyrael, you go outside. Probably doesn't hear me, but
I can hear you if you're talking, I guess. I'd probably be next to you while you're talking to the guy. I'll shake my head and I'll slide that ring of seeing off my finger, and I'll kind of like place it in his palm and I'll say, go outside, use this.
I'll palm it and I'll look to the priest. I'll say, that made me feel a lot better. I was acting like I was praying at my Belthara place. Pleasure meeting you.
I'm sorry. I hate to impose, Father of Belthara, but I don't think I'd be doing my duty if I didn't. What is your name?
Anton. Thanks to when Tyrael said we need to be filled with pride. Anton, not one to lie about his god or being Belthara's chosen. He replies, my name is Anton Magari and I'm Belthara's chosen. Looks him dead in the eye.
The priest gives you a deep bow. That amulet you wear upon your neck. I may not be a cleric, but I can feel the divinity radiating from it.
I'll nod.
Would you bless our church?
That remains to be seen. And I'll walk out.
Okay. Imric, you were talking with someone who's supposed to be Sarah Harazim, Princess of Akuba and theoretical Princess of Drekis.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of qualifiers.
That was a lot of qualifiers,
yeah. And you were telling her that you were here to take her away?
To take her, yeah. Take her back to Drekis. We'll take her to Drekis. To rescue
I
her.
am already in Drekis, she says.
These men that you serve, Lockhart and her cronies, are traitors. They seek to kill the Queen. They've killed your family.
That is beyond my responsibilities now.
What do you mean?
When my siblings were killed, Kelpochi, Mother Janice, and Kel Danelan Lockhart killed me and brought me back, saying that they had killed my royal side and raised my cleric side. I am to remain here in service to these people.
What do you mean they killed you? Metaphorically?
I mean, they drove a sword through my ribs and used a healing spell to keep me alive.
Well, they didn't kill her.
I'm saying they killed the princess in me and restored the cleric in me so that I could serve their people. If I leave now, I'm no longer a princess.
You are still a princess for everyone that Mart cares. These people, these people that have killed your family and lied to you, stripped you of who you are and your birthright, are not to be believed or trusted. Do not throw away your life so easily, Sarah. I can restore you. We can. The Queen will. It can be as easy as anything. Just say yes and we'll be out of this place within the
I don't
hour.
trust the Queen. Do you?
More than I trust Kel Lockhart.
That's not an answer.
I trust her, yes.
I actually can't resist because I'm in the room and I listen and I step forward and I speak from my invisibility. Why wouldn't you trust the Queen? What reason is she giving you not to trust her?
She glances towards the sound of the voice, but doesn't seem to be too disturbed by hearing an invisible voice. Me and my siblings were kidnapped. Well, my brother was kidnapped from the palace itself. Do you think it is an accident that a visiting prince was kidnapped from within the castle walls?
Not an accident. The work of traitors.
You don't think the Queen had a hand?
What would the Queen have to gain from this?
Just because I don't have an answer to that question doesn't mean there isn't one.
No, but you've done nothing more than sit in this church and rot away for the past however many months you've been here. Certainly you've thought about it. What would the Queen have to gain from such a plot that these traitors wouldn't have to gain from instead?
There is bad blood between our peoples.
The point of this whole
Not
exercise
everyone
is to
was-
mend that rift, Sarah. To create an alliance so that we can focus on the real enemies here. Mystria.
If you're going to take me away from this, I plead that you let me go. Let me go home to my people, not take me back to the capital.
Very well. We'll make a promise. You come with us. You'll have the final say of what to do, but you'll at least hear us out once we get out of danger. We're looking for something else. A shield that Lockhart, I think it belongs to your family, is buried here somewhere. Do you know where it is?
Her head bobs up and down in acknowledgement.
There's the priest in the other room. Speak to him. Make sure that he's not too alarmed by us being here.
She gets up. She goes to the door. She opens it. Technically, Tyriel's supposed to be on the other side, but it's fine.
Oh, I thought I came in with them. Sorry.
No, because he snuck under the doorway.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. My bad.
It's all right. She'll step out into the other area and dismiss the priest there. Tell him that she will take over his watch duties for the night, that she's feeling restless. He'll go to bed, and maybe 15 minutes later, she will be dressed, ready, and will walk out with you guys.
Okay, well, gather
She
Anton and
will,
Tyriel.
yeah, she will go around the back and show you where the shield is buried. There are some flowers planted over it right now.
All right.
Hotness check.
Wait, first age check. How old is she? She could be like 15.
Age and hotness check.
Sarah Harazim. She is 25 years old, 5'7", 149 pounds,
Wow.
black hair, green eyes, right-handed.
Wait, is she like shredded or is she just fat?
I think that is 16 strength, 13 cons.
She's
Oh my god.
Credit.
Okay, Anton, the shield's there. Gather it.
Oh, gather the shield.
Tyriel, give
Yeah.
me the amulet.
Can we just
Still looking for the 3d6.
I take the amulet of recall back.
5'7", 150 is not an abnormal weight.
wait, 5'7", 150 for a woman? That's you're chunking. Chunking a little bit.
Yeah, but not if she's 16 strength.
Not if she's 16 strength.
Okay, true.
Yeah,
That's why I asked if she was shredded as fuck.
Yeah.
Or if she was just
Yeah,
big.
she is shredded.
Okay, go.
All right, Anton gets the shield. Tyriel, give me the amulet back. I put on the amulet. I hold out my hands for everyone to hold them.
Yep.
Yeah.
We hold your hand.
And I activate the amulet to teleport back to our giant friends.
I will.
With all four of us are touching and everything? Or we
Yeah.
got hurt? Okay.
With the bag of holding with the two other
Oi,
people.
giant friends.
Well, hold on. Let's make sure the teleport works.
5'7", 150 is still within the healthy range on a BMI.
It's on the
chart.
upper end, Koibu. Listen, I pull the two people out of the bag of holding, make sure they have some quick breaths, and I dunk them back in, okay?
All right, we're gonna have to rest here and we can fly back tomorrow.
Dig up
Yes.
the shield. Did you want to dig it up before you left?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
The shield prominently has the not just it like painted on the front of it, but like built into the mechanic. The front shield is the royal flag of Akuba, a burning red sun over a basilisk. You can use the shield, but it has the emblem of the Akuban family over the front of it.
Well, let's just get it home first.
Yeah,
and we
we'll
can
just get it
see.
home. We'll worry about that.
Sure. Okay.
We teleport.
You teleport. Okay.
Ahoy, giant friends.
The giants are asleep right now when you appear.
I will try not to startle them.
We should let them know we're here. Yeah.
Pull out some spare ribs. Hopefully they can wake up to the smell of...
Hey, wake up to the smell of spare ribs. Visitors must be back. Ginger, come over here.
I'll throw them some ribs, half a pound of cheese, half a pound of fresh cinnamon raisin bread, 1 pound of spare ribs, 4 ears of steamed buttered sweet corn. And we'll have
Giving away all the food. Anton, we need to eat too.
it's fine. We want to make them real friends.
Okay. I calm Sarah down. She's probably freaking out because of the giants.
I pull
No,
those dummies in the
not.
bag.
No, she's not. All right.
Chill.
We go and we need to sleep in the cave, so we'll just sleep away from the giants, in a little nook or something. Obviously, the prisoners are still tied up, but in the
Anton
morning,
will sleep by the giants, like near them. Not.
This is a good place to end us here, because if there's any shenanigans happening in the giant's cave, it'll take a long time. So
Yeah.
why don't we end it here
All right.
for the day?
Sounds Gucci.
Good shit.
Well done, everybody.
Not too
got
bad.
a little bit panicky at the end there, but we were okay. We don't think we were ever really in any.
You managed to do it all without killing anyone.
Yeah, we weren't really ever in any danger.
impressive part.
We should have slaughtered,
not
actually.
murderers.
We needed to kill like 5 or 6 people to make a point for that stupid Arc Somber bitch, but I guess.
All right.
Slaughter her instead.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
so
job.
We've still got to go and find Janice, right? She was the real. But we've done
Mother
every other
Janice.
objective. Just Janice now is the only thing.
Yeah, Mother Janice, this Verasi cleric who seems to be involved with some, what would you call it?
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy,
Regicide.
shenaniganery. Yeah, regicide.
Regicide conspiracy, I guess, would be the.
Excellent. Well, grats on the session. We will do XP another time after all the big questing is finished.
Yep.
Tiro, you want to take us away?
I love you all very much. We should be back next week at the normal time, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I
be.
think so.
Yeah. I guess. Nick, where can people find you?
AG_Greenzerg on Twitch. Also been posting some videos to YouTube. Some D&D, some politics, some just stream highlights. YouTube channel's called Greenzerg. And then got Twitter, and if you can find it. So come and check me out.
Moden, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/MrMouton. Probably gonna play Bloodborne tomorrow. We'll see.
And Koibu, what's your
Koibu.
next thing?
You can find me on reddit.com/r/Koibu, Tombs of Scoria, episode 34 discussion, talking about, do you need to be conscious or unconscious? Do you need to be in a bag? How does it work with the scroll or the candle?
All right, and then I think we actually had a couple questions. Fuck, that I need to just remember this. Okay, there's 3 questions. Can we do these quickly?
Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1. Who was each brother's best friend growing up, and what did they like about them? Noble, commoner, servant, puppy? Yeah, go.
So Imric's best friend was probably like the young, like one of the servants or something at the mage school that he was at. Right, he'd always like bunk off his classes and like smoke pipe weed with like one of the fucking cleaners or something like that in the mage school, because the other mages all kind of looked down on him. So he'd like hang out with this guy because he'd like act smart and like tell him about magic stuff he didn't really understand properly, but the guy would just believe him because obviously he was like not a wizard or anything like that. But yeah, you know, this is how magic missile works. It's actually a really powerful spell. I could probably kill you with a single word, unbeknownst to this guy that Imric could never cast magic missile, never could learn it despite studying it. So this guy, he was friends with him, but once he graduated school and started hanging around like noble parties, obviously this guy wasn't allowed to hang out with him, so they kind of fell out of touch.
What about you, Anton?
Anton, I don't know. Anton played with rocks, okay? Anton didn't have many friends other than his brothers, all right? He was deformed. No one wanted to hang out with him, and he resented them for it, so.
Ooh.
There you go.
Tyrael?
Tyrael had a couple kind of close-ish friends that were adults that were much older than him because of the whole robbery thing with his uncle. So he would meet like in and out like other kind of people that would work tangentially alongside him or meet them in taverns and stuff. But I guess like being so heavily involved with somebody that does so much like roguery stuff is probably similar to being like an army brat, where you kind of like you see a lot of different people come in and out of your life. You don't really get too close to people because some people die, some people move or whatever. So I don't think Tyrael maybe past his uncle had too many close friends growing up because so many people were in and out so often.
Mm-hmm. Good answer.
Whoops. Okay. Next one is Koibu. Is there anything in your world that Steven, Lucas, or Nick have done to inadvertently ruin future or past plans, i.e. taking all the axes in the Minotaur lair or killing Zaz and Obdyson Men?
Yeah, so I don't really have long-term plans. I like to say that I don't care what my players do, I care how they do it. So like if the player characters kill Scoria and then kill the Queen of Drekis and rule the land themselves, that's a totally fine outcome. If the players turn coats and join with Scoria and burn the whole countryside to the ground, that's a perfectly fine outcome. If the player characters say, fuck this area, we're moving to Solomon, starting new adventures, that's also a perfectly fine outcome. There's no like ruining of plans, since I'm not attached to any individual outcome. I just like to know like the specifics of how and why it happens and to try and throw roadblocks in. But like what happens doesn't matter. You can't ruin a plan if there's no plan.
All right.
Nice.
And then the final question is, does Tyrael have a different relationship with death than his brother, seeing as he needs to be face to face with a foe to kill them? I mean, Anton needs to be face to face as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Generally, right? He's got like a spear and shit.
The only thing I really do is hold person someone that doesn't kill him. But yeah.
Yeah, but you can also kill them with a curse, right? You can Velstar's vengeance on a person.
Yeah, but that's you have to touch them.
Sure, but you don't have to touch it. Like you don't have to be leveling swords at each other. You can touch them in the night. You could also like, I don't know if you have access to call lightning, but you could. You have magical effects that can work at range.
Mm-hmm. True.
I guess it's kind of hard. I guess the question would be more like, do Imric and Anton feel like they have a different relationship with death? Because I feel like Tyrael's would be pretty normal. You have to be up too close to a person, you kill them, it's just like killing a person. But maybe for them it feels different, like a video game or something. Although there's no video game.
I'm trying to think. I don't think Imric's killed any people. Maybe one or two of those knights might be the only people that Imric's killed, like humans, I mean, or elves or whatever. Mostly monsters, mermaids, yeah, but not really many people.
He came to terms with killing a human, though.
He did have to come to terms with it, yeah. Unfortunately, never had to go through with it. But I don't think Imric necessarily is comfortable with the idea of like killing people, especially not at the end of a sword or something.
How many people have we killed?
Well, all those knights.
Which knights again?
The Scoria knights that we fought and then lost to, and then fought again.
I don't think we actually killed a lot of those. I remember going around and healing them afterwards. I thought.
We did?
Wait, no, I think we killed them all.
I think a few of them.
Oh, no, we captured. Yeah, we captured like 4 of them, right?
We captured a lot of them. I think like 2 of them died. Mm-hmm. But I think we captured like 4 or 5 of them.
Who else have we even killed?
We didn't kill anyone.
People.
Obviously, Tyrael just beheaded the woman from the family.
Tyrael beheaded that one person.
I think it's possible. We might have killed less than 10 people this whole campaign. Do you think it's possible?
I think I lightning bolted a group of bandits. at one point.
Yeah, it's probably more than 10, but less than 30.
Jesus.
Yeah, we haven't
you've
killed that
killed.
many.
We've done a really good job of that. That's not easy to do.
Thankfully, you've been going up against like what do you call them, like
Monsters.
golems mostly, and the occasional monsters.
But
Oh,
even
yeah.
when we do go against humans, a lot of them survive. I would say the vast majority of them live.
Yeah, the people on the boat that ambushed us in a Kuba
All
as
of
well.
those people lived.
Yep.
Well, except
live?
for the ones that died.
Well,
you,
wait, who
you
died?
definitely killed a bunch of them.
Yeah, but they're dead now, so nobody cares. Right. Well, the ones
we were
that
talking
might have
about
lived.
people too. Those were Kubans, right? Like,
Those were
True.
Right, that's true.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. Same time. Stay safe. Be careful.
See you guys.
Yeah. See you later. Okay, I love you guys. I fly home tomorrow. I think normal streams are back on the 17th, I think, okay? We'll probably start Terraria. I love you guys. It's been fun. Remember, it is your responsibility. Don't let your friends be lefties. If you see people are falling down that hole, remind them very firmly that socialism is for dumb fucks. If you call yourself a socialist, you're a dumb fuck. Don't associate with any of that stupid shit, okay? Friends don't let friends be Nazis or socialists, okay? We're all based sock dems here. We're all based capitalists here, okay? Don't let friends fall down the bad socialism hole, okay? Don't do it. Okay, have fun. Be careful, guys. Rip on.